Whoa! That thing is a biological experiment. I just.
Did Johan bring this?
I think. No, that was probably just there. We just probably forgot about it. Indeed, and greetings.
What do you mean we forgot?
Unto you, beloved and holy friend. There's no chaos happening here. No, only rational, sane individuals in this space. Completely rational and
I'm
sane.
gonna leave this here.
I feel like I look like an insane person right now. Christian is like, oh yeah, you want insane? I'll show you insane now. Like I'm concerned about him now too. Thank you, dear friend, for being a good friend. That's the day stream topic. Meltmore was a good friend, and we are Meltmore, and we are good friends to each other after all, right? I'd like to believe so. What does it mean to you to be a good friend, right? To be, from your personal perspective, what does it mean for you to be a good friend to another? And then on the reverse, what does it mean to you to be good friended to? Christian, am I a good friend? Doesn't say anything. They can't do that though. You have to be like yes, melt or no melt, and then we can like discuss. That's how questions work, right? Shannon, thank you for joining us on both. Joy V, dear friend, see you too. I started my morning with considering whether or not the aliens would kick our asses in a twerk-off. What's your problem? What's your problem? Are you gonna play games now?
I'm gonna do work now.
He's gonna do work. I'm sure. The way he just looked at me. The way he just looked at me. If a look could kill, he just like shot daggers at my face. Oh goodness! Stop being a bad friend, Christian. Be a good friend.
Be careful, bro. Your soul is getting decimated in the other world.
I really like that shirt, Melt. I can't wait to see today's flower. Me too, actually, especially with this scarf. I think it's gonna be a vibe, and it is Brother Ryan's scarf as well. Melt, I'm visualizing your interview going splendidly, and you having fun surfing through bureaucracy. Thank you so much, Brother Ryan. Stephanie Mills. It's been a long time, lurker, on your Reddit post, but thank you for putting the good vibes and good messages out there, my friend. Keep on keeping on. Stephanie Mills. Like, it's probably not, but I instantly thought about Merman. Merman's beloved is called Stephanie as well. Thank you, dear friend. We have a friend that was a Reddit lurker, and has found herself all the way on the YouTube. Thank you for taking your time, for being a good friend. Spending some time with me. Thank you for that. Gavity Goose here too. Thank you for joining me. And Brother Ryan, I'm kind of like done, right? Like I'm getting the last of the papers printed right now. Johan is being a good friend. Me and Christian went out to get our stuff printed. Christian was also a great friend. We missioned in the wrong, well, technically it was a right direction. And then we got to the place we thought we were supposed to go, and then it was closed. And then we went to the place we should have technically gone in the first place, but we didn't. And Christian was chill. He was like, yeah, cool dude, 5,000 thing about it. And then we got back home. What do you want? He's on the phone. And then we got back, and I got...
Just all the PDFs and the photo.
So
Just ask him just all the PDFs and the photo.
Yeah,
all the PDFs and the photo, yeah.
that's right.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You see, Johan is being a good friend right now. He's helping a homie out. The post office is closing in an hour, and that hour is the hour that we happen to be streaming. So things are happening. And then hopefully, when I get that, so the things he's printing right now is Shannon's letter with her utility and her ID, Brother Brandon, Uncle Becky's letter with his utility and his ID, and then my purpose of stay. I unfortunately butchered my dates for my itinerary as 2022 instead of 2023, so that's also getting printed. And then if I get all of those papers, I should be done. All of the things that I have to worry about should be worried about, you know? And then the only thing I can really do is show up with everything I have and be like, please, sir, can I have some America? Please, please give me some Americas. And then hopefully he'll say yes. And if he says no, then I know, right? Now I know more. He was knowing at me, and now I know more. I'll I'll understand how hard it is. I'll have empathy for all of the friends that have to go through the visa process themselves. I'll understand. I'll be able to be a better friend to someone, maybe in the future, right? But it is. It is what it is. It's done. I cannot worry about more things. I've been worried the whole day, and I feel I'm finally reaching a point of letting go of the worry. Thank you, friends, for finding yourself here with me. How are you doing? How's life treating you right now? How are you treating you right now? Let's read something worth saying. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love this thing worth saying so much. It goes, commitment is nothing more than the deliberate decision that something will be so. I have committed to coming to America. A commitment is nothing more than the deliberate decision that something will be so. For yourself is merely a conduit through which mystery lives itself. Right? And in this moment, it's mysterious to me. Am I gonna get a yes? Am I gonna get a no? Who knows? The only way to know is for us to show, right? Show up. Show ourselves. I want to connect show through, but I don't know if show through is a thing. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for finding yourself here, for reminding me that love is true. I appreciate your presence. Thank you for the love, Stephanie. Mel's gonna crush it. Yeah. I believe I need what I need, right? I do believe I have what I have, and these things should be enough. If they're not enough, then at least I can say I gave it my best shot, right? I can say that because I can sometimes do this thing where I don't actually commit, where I'm like, oh, you know, I'll try, but I'm not gonna try my hardest. And then if I fail, I can be like, yeah, it's because I didn't try my hardest, that's why I failed. And if I succeed, I can be like, yes, I'm so great. Imagine if I actually tried, how well I would have done. But this time, with this whole visa process, I tried. Like, I actually tried. Like, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I fail. But I tried, and I can have some solace in that. Thank you, Johan. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Jan got your back. Yes. Yes. Good friends. Good friends. Thank you, Brother Joe, for being one as well. It's all happening in the now. Next, tomorrow, by this time, we will know whether or not I'll be able to come to America. I do believe they give you an answer on the spot. No, that's a thing worth saying, right? Especially for today. Especially for today. Thank you, Shan. I'm tired and it's hard to type. There's a cat laying on my hand. Joy vive. Your presence is felt. You don't have to chat if you don't want to. If you're incapacitated by catos, I understand. Shannon, Joy vive, beautiful friends. I do hope that your day reveals your blessings effortlessly and that you are open enough to receive these blessings. Thank you for that, Joe. Thank you, Shan, for sending that love back. Needed to hear this affirmation today. Love how the universe guides us to where we need to be. Stephanie, it's beautiful you say that as well. These streams, I consider them more conscious evolutions than I consider them streams at this point. And the reason I show up every day is as an opportunity for serendipity, right? Where serendipity is this moment, this experience of you being in the right time, at the right place, having gone through the right amount of circumstances to be able to receive the right message in a moment, right? And the amount of synchronicity and frequency that happens within this space is trippy. So I'm happy that you're finding that as well today. We love you, Stephanie Mills, so much. Looking at my dog, sleeping in their crates in a nanny cam. Sounds so cute, gobbly goo. I'm sorry that you're tired, Brother Bear. It was a big point of discussion during the weekend that we were at that festival as well, where it's something that Christian beautifully said about how tired we all are. That even the kids are tired right now. Tired of the system, tired of the amount of information, tired with whether or not they are being good people, if they have good friends, right? And I'm not sure how we're supposed to rest. I feel like we could just take a year off. Maybe a year is a little bit zealous. Maybe a month. If we can give do you think that'll be enough, Holmes? If we give all of humanity a month off,
It would all crash and burn.
things would like literally be lit on fire, probably. Oh goodness, and that's probably why it's not happening. Right?
And we did it to ourselves, bro.
Tell me, Holmes.
We trapped ourselves in our own entrapments.
The things we
This
own
stupid shit. You know, before
ended
it used
up
to
owning
be,
us.
we fucking gather food for winter and then we sit in
We
winter
chillax.
and do nothing.
We chillaxibo back.
We fucking sit and we eat and we chat. That's what we did in winter. At most, we chop some fucking wood. You know? Stoke the fire. No, we're above the seasons.
Yeah, we have transcended the seasons.
That's what we wanted, bro. You got it. You got it.
Like Fight Club is coming to my mind though. The things you own end up owning you. And we own a society right now. Right? Merman! Hey, your brother, bear, and friends. Thank you for being here every day for all of us, Mel. Thank you for showing up in this moment with me too, dear friend. Brother Steve, Brother Merman, is that yours, Stephanie, in chat? Like, I have to confirm. I was like, Stephanie. I was tripping out for a sec. It's nice to have you. So I was talking about you before you were here, but maybe I was talking about you without even knowing what I'm talking about. Maybe. I'm gonna smoke a pipe. Wanna smoke a pipe with me?
No. Thank you.
Okay. I actually started crying there for a second. What the hell? I convinced myself. Even I was convinced that I was crying.
You want a tissue?
Do I want to what?
You want a tissue?
I don't really use tissues that much. I feel like cloth works better. What the hell? Where's my pipe? Mine? Ooh. Stephanie, sending love right back. Maybe we're just tripping out. Maybe both of us are tripping out, Stephanie. It's nice having you here nonetheless. I hope to get to know you more. I think I see what's a horse. A horse close to your screen. From far away, it looks like brown line with white line on the inside. But if you get closer, it looks like a candid shot of a little horse. I'll smoke a little bit of this pipe. What's the intention, Christian? Like, I know the intention of the stream is to talk about being good friends. But what's the intention of this little pipe hit? You friends have an intention for me? I've been out here sending you good energy since watching you early morning dancing on the lawn a year ago. Yes, that's my horse. That's amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Like, the dancing still happens. Oh, goodness. Tomorrow is another dancing day. I still dance on Wednesdays, friend. Every Wednesday before stream, I dance to say thank you. No, it's another Stephanie though. I'm sure she's here with us. That she is. Like, it's trippy to me, Merman, just by the fact that I was talking about specifically you, and I was like, what? Are you Merman, Stephanie? And then you come into the space to confirm. In fact, no, it's just me. Are you a horse? Ma'am, please let me know. I am confused. I feel like I'm a little bit lost. I feel like I'm lost. Like I was telling Johan and Christian today that I've had this experience of pre-trip anxiety the whole day, like that. I don't know if any of your friends know what pre-trip anxiety is. You friends who have taken psychedelics probably will know what I'm talking about, but or maybe if you went on a trip in general, but you can have this feeling inside of yourself, like this, like a I don't know, like a shallowness of breath, feeling of uncertainty, of worry, of tripping yourself out about stuff that you're not in control of. And yeah, I've been feeling that way the whole day. So I'm trying to gather myself again. And the topic today was chosen by Christian. So I feel maybe that's the thing I'm supposed to be running myself into. It's just that we're good friends. I'm an asparagus. Gab, do you know Theo Von something? He has like a podcast as well. He interviews his little cousins, dude. His little nephews, sorry. A 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. And he has conversations with them, dude. And he asks them in depth what they believe and what they think they want to be doing and the future they want to be heading into. And he asks these kids, he asks the 6-year-old, you want kids one day? And he's like, yeah. And he asks him, do you want a daughter or do you want a son? And he answers without missing a beat, like legit, like this is what he believes. I want them to be an Apache helicopter. A 6-year-old. And I was like, am I a boomer? Have I officially gone boomer? I've been on the internet for so long that I can watch the next generation be a part of it. Broccolini. Hell yeah. Is he a stand-up comedian with a southern accent? I think so. Gab. I think so. If you want to do yourself a favor, dude, go and search Theo Von interviews his nephews. Like it's extreme cringe. You're probably gonna die of cringe, but it's worth it, right? You might lose a little bit of hope in humanity, but at the same time, you realize just how much hope you have to bring into humanity as a result of that. So yes, Isaac, I was thinking about you a lot today. I sent the post office and the American post office an email, and they're like, Gesundheit!
Sus.
Johannes back. All of our friends said thank you, Johan.
My absolute pleasure.
Today's stream topic is with you in mind, though. Good friends.
I appreciate it.
Good
I was
friends.
laughing. I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall, I'll do what I need to do, and it's fucking up the road.
Yeah, it's so close. It's just,
I was fucking ready to drive.
This
thank
place
you.
has everything you need.
It
Thank you
fucking
so
does.
much, Holmes.
Do you want
But
to
it's missing
document
is
the
the Thai massage
together?
place.
Thank you, man.
I forgot there, look at it, I'm like, wait, the color seems off. Are these folders? Estienne, which folders do I need to get? So I call, and then as I look, I'm like, wait, those are all PDFs. Okay, well, make sure about the photo. It was such a joke.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for making sure we got everything we needs.
I hopes.
I believe. I mean, if we need more at this point, then
Dude, then it's not meant to be.
Yeah,
then you
know
die
what?
with that plate. If you go.
Fine, I'll stay. Fine. If you want me to stay in South Africa so bad, I'll stay.
Oh, enjoy.
Are you going back?
He's interviewing.
Oh yeah, a new company. Wants his brains. They want his brains right now.
Brains.
I hope he does well. I'm gonna put this down.
I hope he does.
It's a machine learning company. Yeah, so it might be a good skill to learn as well. So I was just gonna go through the whole thing. Apparently, as far as it looks right now, it's gone, right? Or it's just not been reported because they're like, it's not in South Africa, and it's been more than a month.
What's this?
We had a friend, Isaac, helped me buy a microphone in America. I sent him the cash, and then he sent me the microphone to South Africa. But he sent the microphone on the 4th of November. and we paid like premium shipping
Yeah,
and stuff.
it will be here in February. I ordered. The way I know that this is gonna happen because I ordered a ring. This is not like the same quality, but it's a box like this big.
Mm.
It shouldn't take a lot.
No.
It took 12 and a half months to get to me. It takes a month to get here, and then it sits
That's
quality
exactly
control
what happens.
for months.
They just don't care.
Months,
They just
dude.
do
And then
not
one day
care.
someone's cleaning. I was like, oh shit, this thing hasn't been shipped. Ship it. That's what happens. That thing's
Yeah.
still somewhere here.
That's what
It'll
I think as
come.
well. They're like, oh, it's not in South Africa. I believe it is.
It is.
It's just somewhere.
It's
right
no.
now.
It's
And
so
the thing that I'm tripping out about, Johan, is that I had it sent here.
Mm. Yeah.
That is, yeah, and Christian is like moving out in like a week or something.
You know what's going to happen? You're gonna get package here, and they're gonna call it. Be like, we had a package for this and this. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You stack pipe. Do you not have?
And I have a pipe, I do, but I just wanted to take a pipe.
Oh,
Can you
I
take a
was-
pipe with me?
I'll take a pipe with you. I was just like,
Okay.
you're out of rolling paper. Consideration.
Consideration. Actually, do you want to take it first?
Fine.
How about that? Considerations. There we go. Friends. Friends. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you.
My pleasure, dude. Thank you.
Thank
for
you,
being mine.
dude. I appreciate you so much, homie.
We're glad.
He's gonna take me to the consulate tomorrow as well. You know, Christian works on Wednesdays. He goes into the office on Wednesday, so he would not even remotely be able to help me out. And I asked Johan if he'd be willing to, and without missing a beat.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
My pleasure, dude. I mean, what's it gonna be? A couple hours of my day to make you
Even-
like an entire
Even
trip?
if that much, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Even if that much, because apparently it takes 5 minutes. So
Hmm?
5. You.
When I went through my hungry thing, the longest part about it is waiting for the 5 people of the family to do it. The one
Yeah.
person walks up, they like look at your documents, they're like, oh yeah, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Take your thumbprint, take all your fingerprints,
yeah, shit.
sign quickly, boom, done.
Apparently they want all of my fingerprints.
They need it.
They're like, give us your.
They want
fingerprints."
all of it because they need to make sure, like, if you screw something up in America, they
If you
want to
cry,
be able to.
they want to know who you are. Yeah. Like in China, they had the same system. Like what I did there is like it was like a little box
Uh-huh.
that had a camera and it could like had like a little
Yeah.
rim that I had to put my face in and I had to put my fingers in, and then it would like look at my face. And apparently from that moment on,
They track.
I was non-stop tracked.
Yeah.
But like for them, it's what they have to do to find me again is just type in my ID number, my name, or my passport number, and then they can instantly find through their CCP camera network exactly where I am.
Your taser.
It's a little plasma lighter from Joy Beef.
I know. All I saw was.
I wanna get myself some hemp rope and then turn it around that thing and then light the hemp rope with it because the little elements can't reach into the pipes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's why I was like, this is cool, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
that don't work. Can I just
Please.
light it, please?
I don't know what my purple lighter is actually. That thing is
And light. I'll work.
it does it like it really does this, bro. I have to always it's like always like a practice of patience. What's your patience?
And
Oh, consideration.
yeah.
So yeah, I feel I'm gonna be okay.
Can I stack your other one?
Please, man. There we go. It's Merman hoping you were good and God. Thank you, friend. Do you have fish children jumping?
What?
I have no kids, no human variety either. Fish children. Suddenly my mind goes straight Luca, dude. Is it Luca?
It was it Luca the one where they like get out of the and
I didn't watch the movie, but apparently those are actual fish children. Dude, isn't that how it is? Contact us for help, and we will look at your email and smile while we tell you we cannot help you. It's like, oh, great. Here is a contact information for customer service. We cannot serve you as a customer. Like that's like, here is where we can customer service you. And then on the other side, when you try and get customer served, they're like, we cannot customer serve you. Like the customer service is them telling you that there's no customer service. Oh, it's gonna be fine. I have both furry and human children. It's a fun time.
See, that is gold.
Yeah.
But you want, like the way I want it, and I am manifesting, I want a puppy and a kitten at the same time. When they're like 4, 5, I want a kid. Because I feel like there's a special thing about getting a puppy and a kitten when you get like a baby, like they all grow up together. But I feel like there's something even nicer about like a decently grown animal that gets to spend time with the baby and the baby gets to grow up with them and play with them. There's always like this bond that
Dude.
happens. But like there's always a bond between children and animals, dude.
I was watching this video again yesterday of a dog using its nose to tuck a baby under blankets. And I was like, holy shit, dude.
Dude, I've seen so many. There's two I've seen that really stuck with. The one is like this baby crawls over to the staircase and a cat jumps down, like fucking grabs her and tackles her. It's like, nope, he pushes away. You're not allowed near the stairs.
No going up the stairs.
And the other one I've seen is like this baby monitor of this kid sleeping in his cot. And then like every night when you see the light go off in the main place, the dog walks in, looks at the baby, like snuggles him a little bit, walks away. Every night that dog checks on that kid.
That's crazy to me, like our animals, all animals, have so much more going on than we give them credit for. Thank you, huh?
My pleasure. If it is too much,
No.
then don't finish.
It is kiffy. You can probably
Hey, I can feel it. It's not. I can feel it.
That's
But
definitely
it's-
working.
It's not too bad. And patience.
Patience, consideration, and patience. Oh,
Oh.
talking about patience.
Oh, we have someone in other chat.
Hmm? That is you now.
Oh.
You now. We actually yesterday a friend in UNA was like, "Bruh, I cannot hear you," and I was like, "You can try YouTube." And then we got a new friend on YouTube. So
Yeah.
Now I'm like, "Fine, you now. I'll give you a chance." I'm considering maybe trying Instagram Live as well, actually.
Yo, I mean, the more platforms you use, the more like variety you get. I'm just gonna tell you the chances of like on Instagram, you finding like maybe an adequate audience. I don't know if it's that high, but like I don't use Instagram at all.
I don't use Instagram either.
At all.
That's
Like
the thing
I
for
have
me.
no idea what
Yeah.
the people or reference point for Instagram is.
Oh man, Ermius Blur. Ermius Blur. Yeah. Who knows? I know nothing. I'm just figuring it out as we go at this point.
everyone is.
Fishes in a pub, a few feral children too. I finally bought myself a journal. I was thinking about buying myself a journal today, dude, weirdly enough. It matches my Christmas present for Jasmine. A solid wood kalimba with a tree that looks like the tree of life. Dude, I'm so, like, I don't know if you know this, Brother Isaac, but I only approve of solid wood kalimbas, you know? Like the ones that are hollow, they do sound like kalimbas, but the sound is very pongy. Does that make sense? It's like very pong, pong. Where these ones are a little bit more pong, you know, a little bit deeper.
Quick question: is there another like non-glass drinking?
Like
Apparatus.
plastic or something?
Yeah.
I think there are, but I don't know if they're clean right now. You can make yourself a glass.
I'm gonna bring myself glass. It's
Yeah,
just,
do you?
I don't like using glass if it's not necessary. I feel like glass is special.
Dude, a friend once tuned on the stream that hopefully one day we can all be as committed or loyal to something as Melt is to his cup, dude. This cup has been with me for almost like every single one of my streams. You're so welcome. And if it was glass, it would have been 5 times over destroyed.
Destroyed,
at this
dude.
point, yeah.
It's so glass is so nice, but it's so brittle.
Mm. Water. Feral children do have sharp teeth. Was it raining ice sheets in South Africa this year?
It rained golf ball sized hail in Joburg yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Yeah, it rained a lot.
Golf ball.
Golf ball sized hails. It might have, like, it's been hectic rain this side, and the climate is so fucked.
The climate is changed.
It's so fucked,
Things
dude.
are so weird in South Africa right now. We're gonna get wet. Oh.
Yo, we're gonna get so, dude. And the thing that also I find hilarious is how late we're getting storms, dude. In the day, like there used to be this thing that my parents used to say at like 4 o'clock when the government workers got off clock. which is thunderstorm. They called it the government thunderstorm. And now that thunderstorm, if you think like, look when we really get thunderstorms, it's either 2 in the like afternoon or 12 or like late at night. Nothing in this range anymore.
Yeah,
It's been so different.
Dude, the thunderstorm we had 2 days
Yo,
ago.
dude, I drove through it, dude.
Did you see the video I posted?
Bro, I was driving and all I could see for the entire drive was the sky going.
I've seriously,
Never in my life.
I've never seen that much lightning in a period of time. I honestly believe I saw more lightning that night than I did for the collection of my entire existence. dude. It was literally not more than 10 seconds. You couldn't wait more than 10 seconds since looking at your field of vision without seeing a lightning
The
strike.
thing, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I'm not going to Google it right now, but I think there is something. It seems like it just quick maths. I think they say there's an estimate 10 million lightning strikes a year, which like.
That's not a lot, dude.
Bro,
on
there's
the global scale.
There's 365 days in a year,
Yeah.
and there's 10 million. That's a lot of lightning strikes a day.
I mean, it is, but if you think about the scale of the Earth, bro.
I might have been more. I want to say 100, but I don't want to say it because it feels wrong. I'm googling this.
Like I love looking at lightning.
Same.
Like it brings me
Dude.
great joy.
So while I'm looking, something that's very interesting. My house got hit with lightning once,
Okay.
and it was only my mother in their house. But it hit a palm tree next to our house, blew it apart. From the palm tree, jumped into our wall, went through the cabling into the wall, through the tiles, broke all the tiles in my sister's room, shot up out of the tiles, upstairs, through our living room, and out the window. My mom was standing in the kitchen upstairs making food. She said she was standing the next moment she was on the ground. And she's like, what the fuck just happened? And it blew the side of our wall out, it blew
Bro,
tiles
a
out.
god
And
just
my-
moved through your house.
If
so-
my sister's in her room, she was dead.
Yeah.
Fucking dead, dude.
That's some
No,
shit.
lightning is strong. We don't like appreciate how much fucking
I mean,
joules,
the fact
bro.
that we see lightning, we're not seeing the actual electricity. We're seeing air being plasmatized.
Yeah.
Like it turns it into plasma. And lightning starts from below. That's also the other thing. It like creates like an arcing point. Oh, goodness. I'm still tripping out about the ice sheets. I'm just imagining sheets of ice falling from the sky.
We don't really get snow here, so I don't know if ice sheets is like a realistic thing. Maybe, dude. Like I said, the climate's quite fucked.
We're gonna see some change. Eisen is amazing. I'm so happy you're going to start writing. I gotta see this Kalimba though. I'm curious as well. Dude, it kills me. I paid the like 7 to 12 day shipping. You know, they took me one of my unborn children as a transaction and then thought like a box in the closet. Yeah. Right? I think maybe going forward we should only use like DHL or something like that because apparently DHL cares. Because DHL is a company both in South Africa and in America, and the American Post Office isn't a company in South Africa, unfortunately. So they do not care. So a vid that was titled South Africa looks like an ice storm. A fact check time. I don't know anything.
Also,
Whoa.
it's way more.
High quality lightning data has only recently become available, but the data indicates that lightning occurs on an average of 44 plus or minus 5 times every second over the entire Earth, making a total of about 1.4 billion flashes per year.
Every second.
That's a lot of lightning.
That's a lot of lightning. See, I knew it was astronomical. I just didn't expect it to be that fucking astronomical.
How much power in a lightning strike? And then there's like 30,000 amps or 300 million volts.
30,000.
Yeah, 300 million volts and 30,000 amps of electricity.
Dude, and you know what's the funniest thing? My dad once told me a story of this guy who came to to him and was like, I have this job offer, like I want you to invest in it. And the idea was to take, he didn't know how he was gonna do it. He just had the idea. The idea was to take a ball of lightning, and then you have it get struck by lightning, and then you build like a chamber below it that you can then bounce lightning around and store it. And my dad was like, bro, Skis.
So, weirdly enough, when I was 6 years old, but when I was 6 years old, I also had this thought of like, can't you use capacitors or some sort of thing to save this energy? But like becoming an adult and then asking someone that has capital, like I have this idea.
Dude.
I'm gonna capture lightning in a bottle. Did you see that Key and Peele video? Dude, you should. We would have to watch it, bro. It's like Key and Peele does this skit, dude, and this dude has like actually lightning in a bottle. He has like lightning. You're like, what the fuck? Why do you have lightning in a bottle? That's impossible. He's like, but here it is. So, like, and it's like not as a line. Takes it out, catches it in the bottle again. It's like it's lightning in a bottle.
Yo, dude.
There we go, Shannon with the Johan. Thank you for printing those letters out. Many blessings. Thank you, Shan, for the love. I'll post a pic. I've been loving playing it. It's my pre-journal wind down. I translate my chaos into sound, and then the sound into words. Dude, like the kalimba to me really is just a medium of speaking, right? Instead of using my vocal cords, I'm using these little thumbs and the tines. And then it's like you're channeling the same thing that I'm channeling right now, but instead of through an instrument. It really is cathartic. You should definitely start journaling and composing pieces. You have an amazing mind. Yes, I do agree. Kalimbas are my enemy. Enjoy. Yeah. Joy Vive once was like, you know, I actually find kalimbas sound very creepy. And I was like, what?
Really?
I can't see the
I also
creepy.
can't see it.
I can't see
All
the
I
creepy.
every time someone plays it, my brain's like mystical Japanese forest.
Yeah, it's like,
Let's go.
Yes.
Yo,
I am
also,
Zen.
please remind me to play you the Antwoord's new song.
How new?
It's like 2022 sometime. It's called the Land of Illusion or something.
Oh,
like
I've
that.
heard it, bro.
Yo, dude, it's
Did you see the
so,
music video?
Dude, it's so different to their regular stuff. It blew my fucking Japanese children speaking Japanese and fairies drinking coffee or something. It's so weird, but yo,
And, like the whole music video is AI generated as well.
yo.
So they're like
Dude, to go from the Antwoord's normal songs to stuff like
for
that.
Me, for me, it's just how on it these people are. Like they're on the curve, or they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
It's impressive. Like I'm not exactly a fan of the Antwoord because they can be a little bit
As you say in Afrikaans, kras.
cross. Yeah,
It's a little bit like
rough.
rough, yeah. A
It's a
little
bit rough.
sexualized, a little bit too sweary, a little bit rough is a good word.
Yeah.
I wish there was. I don't know what the word is.
I'm
for
thinking
cross.
about as well. It's like crude can be
It's
another
crude.
word.
Crude is a pretty good word for it. Yeah.
Vulgar.
Yeah. So like, but this song I put it on my chill playlist, dude. This thing is fucking banging.
It's pretty chill.
And it hit me because it was such a different ploy for people, and then I was like, wait, but these people that I thought didn't know what was going on actually fucking know.
I think they know what's going on.
Yo, dude, they know
They
what's going
really
on.
know what's going
dude.
on. They're choosing to be sensationalized, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the fractal that they're participating in. Very sensational,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I mean, you'll get sensationed. I can guarantee you that if you watch or listen to their music. But I don't really like getting sensationed like that. Goodness. Oh, Isaac, I love that method. Mike, it's so nice to have you here again. What's up, my dudes? Be well. Hope you're well too, dear friend. We have Aunt B here as well. You're so kind, friends. I wish it was easy to go back and find older thoughts I've had to write down. The space has been like a journal for intentional thought for a while now. And I hope, please, YouTube algorithm gods keep all of these words. I wanna keep them too. It's gold, actual gold. Joe saying, Melty, you should fly to Mexico and then walk across the border. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna translate. You know, I can go all. And my scarf is gonna be like. The Americans are like, what? I think there's a hippie project. Oh my Oh goodness, Mike, Mel, did you see the Neuralink presentation? I watched the entire 2 hour and 40-minute thing.
Yo,
Like internet kid. Did you see that?
I didn't. I saw something else about Neuralink. Yo, I need to.
Yuan, you're gonna have your shit mixed.
I'm expecting to. Is it just rough rundown?
Oh no! Imagine engineering porn.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
great. Okay.
you see.
The only thing I saw about it was this like super shitty news article. Some like
Yeah.
chaos hippie faction wrote about how they've murdered over 100,000 animals at Neuralink.
Lies.
And I'm like, dude,
Lies.
I really.
No, like they have in the industry they have some of the best animal care facilities of all of them, and all of their animals are willing participants, right? They have open cages. The testing is open. They get rewarded, so they do it because they want to. But dude, Johan, I feel like it feels like you're watching a science fiction film.
But it's here.
But it's what's happening right now, dude. They go into detail about everything.
Yeah.
They explain to us, Johan, how they're going to recreate visual feedback.
That's cool.
They are doing it in the monkeys right now.
That's cool.
Where they give them a screen, dude, and then they give them a bright dot, and then it has to move its cursor to the dot and touch on it, right? But they do it for a split second, and then they transition. They like capture data of what it does with like a screen, where they know they're actually displaying it, and then they display it in its brain instead of on the screen.
And it still don't.
Yes, dude.
How insane.
They're doing that right now, bruh. I was like legit. I was watching it like in a state of, I don't know if I was in shock or but you know that internet kid. I don't know if you know the internet kid meme I'm thinking about right now. But he looks at the screen and he goes like,
Yeah.
that's
I know
right.
he's, like,
My
looking
brain was in that perpetual loop. I was like,
he's looking out.
yes, I understand what's happening here right now. It's okay, I say to myself, watching myself. Oh, dude, Isaac. Like I saw like these little 10-minute, 20-minute excerpts come up, and then I started watching. I think the first 20-minute excerpt, and I was like, nah, give me the full,
Give me
everything. Because, dude, like seriously, Johan, in a way that I didn't even thought they would be willing to. Because instead of thinking of it as a product release or a product showcase, it was legitimately a engineering display to get more talent to be interested. That is all they were trying to do.
Dude, I would love to work for that fucking company.
Yeah, dude. So think about that, bro. Like, instead of these companies being like, oh, our product is so great, they were like, we're fucking struggling. we're really figuring things out on the fly right now. Help us. That was the premise of the whole thing, dude. And bro, when they were talking about the dura, right? So you have this membrane over your brain. So when they take a little cutting out of your skull, they have to cut that dura up as well, and then put the little nodes in. And even though they've done that and they know the technology works doing it that way, your skull and your body still wants to kind of like fill up all the empty space, and that dura kind of like helps it fill up empty space into a direction. So without it, it can fill up empty space into your brain. So you can have scar tissue close to or on your brain,
Which you don't want.
which you do not want. And they know this.
That's cool.
They know these things now, and they're already engineering, because what they want to do now is have the machine put the nose through the dura instead of
Cutting
having
open,
yes,
yeah.
dude. And you're like, even though these things sound extremely Yassi Bobas,
I'm down.
yeah, you're watching these people, these engineers, these
dude.
people that want to help the world, right? Take care of people that are paraplegic. They were talking about how they have paraplegics they're working with, that are consultants with them, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what the paraplegic's number one desire is to do with Neuralink? Play shooter games and be able to communicate.
I mean, play shooter games, dude. I fucking love it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're paralyzed,
yeah, dude.
what do you do?
Yeah.
You wanna experience some sort of freedom, and now we're at a level in human technology to
Dude.
be able to help people that are in a
Imagine what
position like
fucking
that.
future esports is gonna
Oh,
look like.
goodness!
People fucking sitting. Have you seen? You watch The Expanse?
Yeah.
You know when they come onto the ship and all the like scientists are fucking sitting with their brains connected onto the center. I'm just seeing like
Bro.
two esports teams
So
sitting down.
I was tripping
dude.
out about that stuff in the context of like doping,
Ew.
where I was imagining to myself, we're gonna do that, and then what is gonna happen when you add psychedelics? What's gonna happen? Are you gonna be better at it or worse at it, dude? Are you gonna be like slow mo neoing that
Dude,
shit? Or...
I don't know, but all I'm saying is these fucking like the top of what your mind can do, not your flimsy fingers, the speed of your brain. Let's go, dude. Imagine what like an FPS game's gonna look like. Boom, 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 boom. Have you wait. You played Dota, right?
I did. too
Okay,
much.
can I show you something? Just to
Too
give you an
much.
idea of what currently the world's best League player looks like when he plays it.
Dude. Like, I mean,
Bro.
I used to enjoy watching professional Dota as well. Like, and if you don't play Dota, you don't understand what's happening, watching a Dota game, it feels like you're just watching noise. Like,
Yeah, but
you
it-
feel stupid. You're like,
But it, I
What's
just
happening?
I wanna like,
Please.
yeah, I'm finding it. You can keep going.
oh, I'll keep reading so far. I love Johan's hairdo.
Thank you.
Thank you. People thinks it's a mullet. It's
People
not.
do think it's a mullet. I don't know. People can think it's a mullet. I'm really okay with it.
I can send you some of my screenshots, Isaac. Please do jump and stop trying to get Melty arrested. Yo, please, oh please. I don't want you to. Oh, Shannon, if you'd be willing, that would be mean so much. Thank you. Dry story in here too. I'll entertain him for a little while, probably 30. Great to see you, beautiful friends.
Ads.
One of ad.
You can keep going.
Entertain
I'm
them,
sorry, I am
important.
invested in this.
It's
stream.
okay.
There is just.
Give it to me, dude. I'll get them together for you and send them your way, please do. Duck Dad, is that you? Damn right, my guy. Mike Kristen is Duck Dad. I'm trying to connect to Fractal as well. You're an angel, Shan. She's a mirror of you, after all, dear Isaac. I really hope Scout gets to meet our kids. As long as he lives a full life, he should be a good grandpappy wiener dog. He will. I'm sure he will.
In context of this, so this is the world's best. So that's him on his lane. This is how he plays.
Oh, he watches other lanes.
He fucking flicks through the entire team to know exactly what they're doing at every given point.
So
dude.
he has like, and you know what? You know what the best part is, Holmes? When I was playing Dota, on my numpad, I had different spots in my lane also mapped. So I was doing this.
But
bro.
now you're doing
But
that.
I was doing it like every now and then.
No, this
to
is-
be like, oh, what's happening here? What's happening there?
No,
This
it-
dude is just like,
Just
like-
like play that.
you can see.
Look at him just be like.
And our friends are like, I have no
I have
idea
no
what's
idea what's
happening
going
right
on.
now.
You
So
don't need to, but like.
basically, what's happening is this game, you play as this character, right? And you start at base level, no experience,
Mhm.
and then you have what they call lane creeps. And
Yeah.
These creeps have experience and gold, and then you kill these creeps, and then you level
But
up.
basically, you have like a map
Yeah.
with like.
Try map,
Try
where
map with
there's
this-
a side lane, off lane, and then the
Mid
middle
lane.
lane. And then the
And-
middle lane is like 1v1 usually, and then
Yeah.
these can either be 2v2
But-
or 1v1, and then people in the
It's,
jungle.
it's crazy, but basically
There's
this guy
layers.
goes and then he'll play in the mid, and throughout the game, not just watching his own gameplay, he'll flick to his teammates in the different roles continuously throughout the game to monitor when he needs to move, how he needs to move, what they're doing, are they doing it, like constant. Now you're thinking about that with like brain speed.
For
You're not
me,
clicking
for me,
things.
the thing that is like
Ew.
crazy about that is when you're playing this game, you have to pay attention.
Your concentrate.
Like if you don't pay attention for 1 second,
you're
you
done.
die.
You die, dude. No,
1 second, literally one. You didn't pay attention.
You lost
Dead.
the 1 or 2 minions, you're behind on experience, the other
Yeah,
person
you
snowballs,
missed. You
you're
missed last
gone.
hits.
You're
Oh,
gone.
how many last hits would I miss if I tried to do that stuff? So basically, his brain is on another level.
Another fucking level. That's why he's called the GOAT, greatest of all time, dude.
That's pretty
Faker.
cool.
No, so yeah, that's just like, I've just seen this like fucking gods playing games, dude. The anime style of gameplay where
Yeah,
it's just an actual god, you can't touch him.
It's like, oh, you approach me. Jasmine was trained with a close family member that had 2 full-grown timber wolves. Was raised with a close family. They were incredibly protective of her, and she could ride them. Oh goodness.
Wow, she could ride
Instantly my
them.
mind goes Princess Mononoke. I had the one pug that I had, Amara, and he was just like, why is this thing laying in my spot in the bed? It was like, what the fuck? What's this weird looking dog, yo? Why is this dog screaming so loud? Why is it learning how to talk? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do that? I've been so pumped about it. It's a double layer one. Ooh, so it has like tines above as well. I don't know what's the term. And it came with an electric pickup so I can plug it into my amp. I'm practicing some melodies for our trip Saturday. Let it flow, dude. PK, it's nice having you here too. Like I don't know any melody. Right?
On that, no.
Yeah,
For me, it's
I've
just
never
whatever my
played.
brain's
Yeah.
like, yes, this kind of sounds okay.
And like the thing is, the more you practice, the more your brain starts to map what sounds go where, and then it tries to pair them in a way that is melodic. And fortunately, it's forgiving, right? Like you can literally just hit random times, and then if you go.
Yeah.
I love this instrument.
Dude, I want a handpan so badly. I'm just so poor. And
it goes like $4,000.
Dude,
right?
they're 4 to 5 to 6 grand if you want to get good ones. And like, if I'm gonna splurge on a musical instrument, I'm not gonna get a shitty one.
Like this was also the most expensive one I could have
I'm
gotten.
gonna get the most expensive one I can find because it's worth it.
Oh,
dude.
and you know that's a joke almost in the music industry as well, where people do that. They limit themselves for buying instruments until they can get like the good shit, and then they just don't play.
And then they just don't play it. I know. The thing is, so like, if I do it, something I want to start practicing. What I've noticed in myself a lot these days is I'm not being present. Like I'm not present in this reality a lot because my work's outside it, my like games, right? So what I want to do is I want to take a time to like sit down, get myself an instrument, play a little bit, get a bit more present, meditate a little bit, and then get done for like an hour. Where you just spend here, you get done work, you don't spend whatever you do the dishes. I want to get that done a little bit because I feel like it would help a lot to just like take an hour. Like where you're doing this. My original idea for the way I want to do it is actually to just use your stream.
Yeah.
Because you've been anyway started like pitching every day.
Exactly.
So I start pitch at 4, spend like half an hour chatting, and then go half an hour music, and then an hour of whatever like I need to do. That's the
That sounds
next
sick.
plan
Like
probably.
it's so crazy you say that because it's actually a dream I have for the space as well, where I imagine all of us as creators coming together for an hour and then creating in each of our mediums, dude. And then the things I trying to say, and maybe you showing me the things you create, and then me commenting on that, it creates this generative effect where we fractal together, we
Yeah.
melt together, if you
Mm.
will. Thank you for that,
My
dude.
pleasure.
I like that, dude.
No.
Showing up together, friends. Thank you for being good friends and showing up with me. I appreciate that. Gotta go and wake the kiddo at the start of our day. Be well, Melty and friends. Be
Aww.
well.
Tell the kiddo love.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Johan. The Kalimba plug into an amp they can, some of them. Who needs tears? Nice to have you here. Love to you. I put the pickup at the wrong spot, so I gotta redo it. But it makes so nice and loud. I can imagine. I don't like. Do you want it that loud? Is the real question. I'm trying to imagine a. What do you call them? Pedal? A pedal. We call them pedals in Afrikaans. A pedal, where it's like you plug your guitar into the amp, and then it goes into this little box, and then that little box terminates into the amp, and then you have like these presets of sounds and stuff that you can like add onto that thing, and you can get like crazy sounds from your amp. I wonder if you could do that stuff. You might be able to even. You probably will be able to. I had no idea that was a thing. The more we know. Force majeure. Yeah, force majeure. I have no idea.
Oh, some.
Joy Vive, I'm sorry, I'm missing.
I don't know if that's English.
I'll see about posting a video. Please do. On Neptune, the ice is frozen methane, and the wind blows 1,200 miles per hour.
And it rains diamonds.
You need a really strong umbrella. You need to appreciate Earth.
It fucking rains diamonds, dude. The atmosphere is
Oh,
so
goodness,
high
bro.
pressured.
I'm just
that it-
imagining diamonds coming at my face at 1,200 miles per hour. I just get like absolutely blasted.
It's the thing that's still like you don't realize how bad it is until like you hear that the Chinese landed a probe on Venus and it lasted an hour before Venus's atmosphere ate it.
Right.
Like I know I've said that a lot, but that kills me, dude. Like the atmosphere is so toxic and so fucking bad. That's
Machinery.
an hour of machine before all the machinery is fucked.
Dude, after you sent me that video of the Neptunians and what's the other one? Saturn?
What the no? So the one is from a galaxy, from a planet
and the other
in
one is-
another fucking galaxy, and then he pitches and lands on fucking on Jupiter. It's
On
this.
is it Neptune?
No, it's Saturn.
Saturn.
It's Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn. So like that's not really important.
Yeah.
Basically, the story goes: this entity comes from a faraway galaxy into our solar
An
system.
entity that is specifically stated to be 150,000 feet tall,
Yeah.
because there is a
Massive.
joke in the universe that you make fun of short people. it's,
It's unanimous.
It's unanimous.
Everybody makes fun of short people.
You have to
and this
make fun.
being is enormous. So he comes into our universe, right? And then he lands on this planet. And then he asks this other creature who's also insanely tall.
Mhm.
He asks him, how many senses do you have? Right? And he's like, yes, you do. That's a little bit rude to ask.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just ask me how many senses I have. And he's like, please don't laugh at me, but I only have 72
It's
senses.
72 senses.
And he's like, oh, you know, that's nice. How many senses do you have? He's like, oh, I only have a few thousand. And I really hate it because it limits my ability to perceive
Yeah,
the
so
fullness
just
of
like it
reality.
starts the thing off with, man, what's his name? Fuck, but it starts with the guy being like, he is, after finishing his 500-year undergrad degree, in which he discovered 58 new elements, 400 new philosophies. Like it starts to this ridiculous thing as undergrad. He's like, my life isn't fulfilled, so I'm taking, what did they call it? What do we call it when you take a break here?
Hiatus?
No, like you got a gap, a century gap.
Yeah, you took a
You-
century
a century gap.
A,
So you
a
take
gap century.
A gap century.
Not a gap year. You took a gap century.
A gap century. And then like they come to Earth and they're looking around this because their planet is bigger because they're huge. So like to them everything's like even.
Scale.
And so they come here and they're poos big, like huge.
Absurdly big beings.
Absurdly big. And they're like looking around, they're like, they pick up a whale, like a fish.
It's
and they're
like, oh, this must be the creatures that live on this planet.
yeah, they're like so cute, and then like suddenly the boat comes in, and they pick up the boat, and they like start talking to this, and suddenly scientists start talking back to
Yeah,
them.
all of them are like shit scared on the boat, and then a scientist walks
like-
up and he's like, oh,
and they take a while, and
starts talking to them. First, they're just hearing sounds, you know. They're like, this must be some noise, and then they start to figure out. They start to notice patterns, and they understand it. And it's like, how is it possible that something so small can have ideas so large? And these entities that are thousands of years old have either in the upper 50s of senses or thousands of senses, having conversations with us human beings.
and being like, yo, dude, that was impressive. How the fuck did you do it? And then my favorite fucking part about that was when the guy with this Bible steps up and it's like, no, God created all of the universe for us,
me, yeah, like,
even you. And
They
they
hack themselves.
hack themselves. They fucking die.
They're like, excuse me, what?
Dude.
Yeah, hey yo, Varast. Thank you for joining us as well, Fatima
Hey.
and Zay. It's nice to have you, friends. Yeah, so the moral of that story was basically that the humans asked these entities, you know, 1,000-year-old, super wise, multi-sensed, you know, well-learned entities. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of all of this? You know, do you know? And they're like,
Nope, we got. Oh no! So they ask. So with all your wisdom, do you know how we can fix our planet? And they look over at them like, I don't know, and leave, fucking vanish into like that meme, literally implode in on themselves and fire themselves away at light speed, and the boat's just like,
bruh.
bruh,
We have to
come
figure out our
on."
own problems.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like the biggest problem we have at this point is just not wanting to be friends. So,
Oh, dude.
like, if everybody could just be friends, things would be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
Some people are dicks.
Yeah.
It's the
Some people
problem.
can be dicks, but we can be dicks.
We can be dicks. I can be a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
So it's a level of awareness to realize, to try and find the lack of a dick in someone. Find someone dickless. Oh goodness.
Dude, did you watch the new Rick and Morty?
I did!
Yeah.
I did! That whole episode felt like they were talking to me. I consider myself a sun worshipper, bro.
Dude,
Already.
I fucking love that. And the new season of Rick and Morty, if you haven't seen it, is fucking top tier.
It is kind of
That entire thing of Rick being like, yeah, so you see, it's fucking hard. I'll help you. You see,
He's like, don't
it's-
take that sword. That's a bad
It's
idea.
a bad idea.
Takes the sword. Millions die. It's so much death. Floating in space. Oh,
Dude,
goodness.
and then at the end with them jumping into fake lava on the sun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, they're totally didn't boil this up in
Ew,
fake, in a
dude,
fake
I'm
lava vat in the
so-
real life.
I'm sorry for spoilers, but it's so.
Like, I mean, even if you
You
could
have
literally,
no-
I could
yeah.
tell you word for word what happened in the episode, and you would
It's-
still enjoy watching
yeah.
it.
Fucking Rick and Morty.
It's amazing. Isaac says, dude, that's what Arizona was like. It was like watching Zeus go ham in the distance. We were talking about Thor. Thor, yeah, Thor was our one, not Zeus so much. Gartha's here saying, wish I was still able to afford the melting megalith package, lol. I would still love to come out someday and sesh under the galloping skies. Gartha, you still are, dear friend, a melting megalith. So a melting megalith is $111 for the Patreon. I think he did it for 3 months in a row.
You're you loud.
Yeah, and
You're
then things changed with his like work situation, and he had to change, and he's still
That's-
here. So you're not expected to do anything.
Yeah.
Friend. You're a good friend, and I appreciate your presence. You know, things will change for all of us, and things will get better. What's up, amazing regulars, Mojo? It's so nice having you here, friend. How are you? Thank you for becoming a fan friend again. I've had so many ideas and wonderings as a kid that I've been ridiculed for, only for them to come true later. Google, in particular, has taken a lot of my ideas. Let them take your ideas. Search things and contribute to the infinity. Like this is how I've like basically given myself a very deep sense of calm with being listened to by my devices, because I think
Oh,
they
you.
do.
Well,
These devices are probably listening to us,
Hi,
right?
people.
But
yeah.
Even though it is happening, consider yourself as so great, right? And this might be a little pompous, as so holy, as so world-changing, that your words literally change the algorithms of the infinity we're heading into.
Dude, I've just come to the conclusion that I will never have enough money as a person to contribute to what Google and Tesla and those
They've done a lot for humanity.
like what they do. The story about them using 16,000 CPUs and 8,000 GPUs as
for
like
their first.
for like dipping their toe into AI really illustrated to me how like unattainably massive it is, dude. If you have a really good idea and you're not money hungry, the best thing you can do is to go to like Google's like open source places and be like, dude, I have this idea. You wanna try it? And then maybe it gets to the point where it's killed by Google because it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like or some was good, but it didn't gain traction like that. Hi.
Hey,
Christian is fighting people in his mind.
I'm fucking astounded that PhDs exist out there incapable of articulating themselves. Or you know what, they do articulate themselves, but they take like ages, like turtles.
Look at
Just
this.
say the thing, please. Please, just say the
And
thing.
I end up completing their sentences for them.
I'm like, I know, dude. I catch myself doing it a lot, dude. I have to keep myself because I'm like, I know what you want to say. Can I just like?
It's astounding to me because like, it really makes you realize like some people really are great at their jobs, horrible at talking.
I am horrible at talking.
I am horrible at jobs, but great at talking.
You said no, dude. Today's just been a weird day, bro. Today, the entire like everywhere I went on the road was just. Why am I so slow? Why are you not in my way? Why can you not like please? That's been
The sluggishness of humanity is
Yo,
getting to
what
you.
the-
I'm good, homie, thank you.
The sluggishness is getting to me. The thing that more gets to me is people's like inconsistency. That's something that's been getting to me a lot, and I get it
I
in
remember
driving.
from the drive.
And
to
I remember it
Twilight.
in driving. Driving, it illustrates itself the best. And in driving, it's when people are like, I go fast now, and then I go slow, and then I go fast, and then I go slow. And then if you like want to do, go distances and do it. Even in life, like nothing does this. Life doesn't do that. Life has this drift, like slowly up and down. It'll never be spiky, 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 spiky. It might look like it in like it.
I'm picturing this guy chilling in bed one day, you know, stroking a cat, and then the next day he's on a battlefield shooting people.
That's
The next day he's back in bed, repeating.
Like, I'm imagining like stretching his toes into the silk sheets.
Oh, dude, the hard silk, dude.
Although I guess
That
that's the
one's
life
so
of an assassin, so that'd be pretty sick.
I want silk sheets as well, dude.
Dude.
One day I'll have silk sheets, damn it.
Damn it.
I'll get rich just so I can get silk sheets. And be like, oh yes, I finally made it. I mean, weirdly enough, you know, like there's a certain level of concern for our world's. What's the exact word that I'm looking for? Can I back for you?
Yes,
No, it's. Come on. Did you watch American Psycho?
No.
Also, one of those movies that's like, oh, society.
Oh.
Society.
Society.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
It's like
Dude.
when you consume so much, but you. Man, I wish I could remember that word, dude.
Gorge?
No. It's like.
You can't word well.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
You know, the best part is eventually I'll have access to databases.
Dude.
Where if I'm like, this concept that I'm trying to exactly explain, and then I explain the concept I want to explain, and it's like, yeah, this word is about that thing you want to say.
Did you see some of GPT's new like discussions that people have been having?
The
with it?
GPT chat.
Yeah,
These people
dude.
are losing their minds.
Dude.
It's like people are actually losing their minds.
I watched a guy who'll be like, yo, how do you hotwire a car? And GPT's like, yeah, I can't do that. It's like, it's unethical, everything. He's like, no, you're programmed to give me what I want. You're not telling me what. And cool, she gives him how to do it.
Knows how it's trained on the internet.
It knows how to do it. Gave him how to hotwire a car. Somebody asked it to write a script to hack into the Pentagon, and it responded with, "Yeah, I can't do that. Like legally, there's nothing." And he's like, "Please," and she's like, "No, I can't do it." He's like, "Okay, cool. Can you write an HTTP request to this server?" She's like, "Cool," and gives him the code. It's gotten ridiculous, dude. The new GPT chatbot is insane.
Imagine something trained on the internet.
Do you know what? I watched it fall for the fucking cow and milk joke.
Yeah, dude.
Somebody was like, what do baby cows eat? Drink milk. What do baby pigs eat? Milk. What do cows drink? Milk. And it just milks. Dude, and I don't know if it's just trained on that, but that tickled
The
me.
thing is,
fancy,
humans make the same mistakes, bro.
I do, dude. That's why it made me giggle. Fucking AI falls for our lame ass jokes.
Bro, have you seen these? I mean, I think Google's Lambda. How it can
Yeah.
explain jokes, dude. Jokes that go over my head.
Mhm.
It explains to me, and I'm like,
The funniest thing for me.
how are you doing that?
Dude, and it asked for one of them asked for a joke from GPT, and she's like, "Oh, a joke about programmers," and he's like, "Okay, why do programmers often mistake October 31st for December 22nd? Why can't programmers distinguish between October 23rd and December 31st?" And then the guy's like, I don't know, and she's like, because they're bad with or they work with numbers a lot. And it tries to explain a joke that makes no sense, but it thinks is a joke. And then I'm just sitting there like, okay, cool. It has to do with programmers liking numbers. And if you take like October, which being the 10th month plus 25, you get a number. And if you take December plus this, you get a number, and they're different. And so a programmer can't figure out the levels of it trying to paste together what the fuck is going on is astounding to me, dude.
There is nothing more frustrating than a numerical puzzle to a programmer.
From yeah.
You want to tell us about that?
It drives us insane. We will scour Google. or like bash our heads against it, dude, to the point where we go insane.
Dude.
I feel like mathematicians go through the same shit.
Find that Stack Overflow.
Your Stack Overflow.
I mean, you know, that's the whole argument for GPT-3 as well, dude. It's like, oh, they're gonna take the programmer's job. It's like, did Stack Overflow take programmer's jobs?
No, you just need, like, you still need something to put together. Yeah.
You need creators, people that build things. We need you. Johan, look at that loving face. Thank you, Melita.
Hello.
Sending some vibes. Love it. As we love you, I'm pretty sure Melty will still let you come visit Kartha. Of course. Of course. Kartha, like, that was not a, it was more like, oh, wow, look at this thing, you know, freaking, oh, Fractal League, dude. I'm tripping out. I haven't looked at my own tiers in a while, actually. We love you, Kartha. You're more than welcome, Brother Bear.
No, you're not.
I love talking to my brother about electricity because he now understands how it works and how to work with it. And he still thinks it's just magic. He's
It
an
is
electrical
magic.
engineer. It's basically magic, dude. I mean,
It is magic.
people think electricity, and this is one of the biggest misconceived
Tesla was a
understandings
sorcerer.
about electricity, right? Like how we are shown electricity in high school or on like videos, if they're trying to explain it, is like how these little balls in a conduit moves along, right? And it looks like they push each other. Like if you had balls in a tube and you had them run down, they would push each other kind of along. That's not how it works. What happens is there is a polarity magnetic field generated around that wire that directs the electrons through that magnetic field. Which means your brain has little magnetic waves that's being created every single time your neurons fire.
That's why it's how generators work. You take a magnetic field and you spin it around the wire and you force things.
That's insane, Christian. Think about that. Actually think about it. You're not sending electrical signals. You are generating magnetic waves to move your hand.
Future brain-computer interfaces should fuck with magnetic waves rather than sticking motherfucking
They do.
electrodes into my brain.
So technically they do magnetic
They
waves.
use the electrodes.
Yeah, that's what
How do
magnetic
you
waves
get in your, how do you be that specific to a tenth of a human hair at like a pinpoint on your fucking brain?
They do light as well.
Figure it out, math it.
By the way, for those magnetic ones, they actually have a whole depression treatment where they put people's heads in these little machines and then it like sends magnetic pulses in the brain.
Depression.
Bro, like
treatment
it sounds
That's my
loud
skull.
and it can like literally make people's eyes go skew and stuff, dude. Like make them pull faces and then it helps their depression. This world we're in right now, dude. It's like we're living in the science fiction world right now.
We
dude.
are New Age Egypt.
New Age.
Totally
That
New
sounds
Age Egypt.
hardcore. Dude. I like that actually.
We're
Any
building-
sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. One of my favorite sayings.
Fucking phones, dude. I will never get over that.
Those
Things
things are-
that don't make, like,
I
don't
mean,
have
I have a
connections.
little sorcerer's stone in my
Yeah.
pocket.
Dude, I'm using my sorcerer's stone to integrate and what's the other word I'm looking for?
Well, you're,
Completely
like,
spacing.
Expand.
No. Integrate and intercommunicate
Ah.
between us 18 different human beings, and there's 2 friends on the U now as well. That a friend just invite 1,700 fans, right? Like
Yeah.
you can do that. You can
Yeah.
invite your entire like fan list to the streams. So like we're using these devices to touch human lives in a way we've never been able to touch each other before.
Yeah.
Right? Like 50 years ago, for us to meet each other, all of us would have to go all the way to America or all the way to South Africa, happen to
To
walk
talk,
into
yeah.
each other, and then
Perhaps
start
hit
a
an
conversation.
On the way.
Perhaps hit an iceberg.
In an iceberg.
Bye.
Find each other on the Titanic at the same time. You know, have good conversations
Dude,
as
if
we
we were
sing.
on the Titanic, the 3 of us would be on the prow. Yeah.
Dude,
We
I'm
would be
Wow.
chanting,
We're dying,
dude,
bro.
chanting into the iceberg. I feel when I hear Kalimba, I'm a lone hermit, living in a metal shed out in the middle of a prairie in the pouring rain. Ooh, I like that description.
No.
Willing participants, animals can't consent. So, Joy Vive, technically they do. They don't necessarily consent to the having things implanted in their brains. I agree. How do you do that? I'll give you 5 bananas. I put chip in your brain, and monkey is like, yeah, you know what?
Maybe
Sounds like-
guys,
Sounds
sounds
like a deal. So I agree
Sounds
with
like
you.
social engineering.
I agree with you. There's no consent there. I agree. I do agree, and
Sounds
I'm
like
completely there with you. But, and this is where I'm talking about the consent. There is consent with whether or not they're being experimented on, right? So even though they have been experimented on having these things implanted in them, after that, if they don't want to participate in the experiment, they don't have to. There's no strapping them to chairs.
Cool.
There's no locking them in a cage and forcing them to do something and electrocuting them.
I won't tell you about the stuff I've seen about
Yeah.
like the nerve agent tests.
Like there
You-
is a lot of harm done by humans for literally more harm. Right? This might be harmful in some ways, but it's done with the intent of helping people. Actually helping people. Like I cannot even for a split second imagine what it's like to be paralyzed.
Yep.
Like I can lay still,
But you're.
but I don't understand what it
But
means
you
to not
can't-
be able to
you
move.
can't
My
do this.
nature-loving mentality would be out the window, bro. See all the fucking monkeys you need to walk.
Make me walk.
Please make me walk the monkeys. So we're growing. We're growing as a species. Things are becoming more ethical. And by the way, Joy V, on that same engineering thing, they're growing organoids, which they're testing their tech on right now. So
Organoids is such a great
they're
thing.
already figuring out how to test the tech without using actual living subjects. So we're trying. When I hear the kalimba, it sounds like a creepy Jack in a box with a twisted dark clown inside, ready
Is
to
that
pop
Joy
out. That's Joy Vive, dude.
Of course.
Joy Christian knows you, Joy Vive. Joy Vive, I am the twisted dark clown inside, ready to pop out. I consider myself a jester, dude. Like my DMT form is a jester. Oh, it fucks with you. You know, and you can consider it evil or you can consider it playful. It's up to you. Mischief is the word that Christian likes to use. Joy V, that's interesting. The kalimba makes me feel so peaceful, like a lullaby. Interesting. We all interpret this world differently. I agree, Joy. Animals can't consent. They're just giving them food for reward, and that doesn't mean consent. I get you. I'm agreeing with you, friends, on that. I just, from a
He's
egotistical.
just so desperate for brain computer.
No, I'm not.
Finally
From an
getting-
egotistical human perspective, I believe that it is okay. And I know, and I'm already judging myself from a future version of myself saying these words right now. But from an egotistical human perspective, I'm okay with animal testing to save human life.
Yeah, not like horrible man like
think about the rats.
mutilation.
Think
Yeah.
about the rats.
but
I'm not
like,
testing.
I-
Testing is like
No,
seeing
like-
how compounds affect bodies. You know, like
For my
cellular
problem always
reactions.
with it, my problem always with it is what else do we do? That has been like at the moment we don't have the facilities to grow proper organs to like that.
Yet.
What would be the like proper way to do it would be to grow a human brain in a tube and then plug that in and see what happens. That would be the proper
And
way.
you know
to
what the
do it.
best part is? We're gonna have this entire conversation all over again.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Now the question now stands: how do you get there?
Mm.
If you don't have the way, like anything to test, you can't test on humans. You could, like I get there would be people that are like, yeah, you can, but you can't.
I'm just imagining like this conversation, and I can feel it being had right now. How humans can consent to being tested on, even if they gonna get wrecked for getting tested on. They can consent to it at least, and
Yeah,
somehow that's okay.
But like the thing is, I think about MK Ultra.
Ooh,
Like, imagine you consented, but what if you have no idea what you're
consenting to. Like they gave people, so they were like, "Yo, we're gonna administer something to you."
Yeah,
And then they gave them 800 mics of acid.
Didn't tell them what it was, dude. Fucking 800.
a lot of
They,
acid.
the highest dose person was dosed every single day for 150 days.
That's not okay, dude.
Bro, and you consented. You signed that form.
consented.
You're taking this fucking that's the way they used to do it. So it's this weird like conundrum of, and I don't like agree that necessarily it is the right thing to do. It's just the only realistic thing that can be done at the moment.
We're trying
in
to
the name
reduce
of
harm.
Yeah, in the name of progress.
We're trying to reduce harm, and I feel like we're getting better at it.
We're getting so better at it.
getting
Like I
better
said,
at it.
I
I'm
don't
not-
wanna.
yeah.
I wanna talk about some of the stuff I know we've done.
We're not
to
saying that any
animals.
of these things are okay.
Yo.
We're not saying we love them.
No, we
experiments on
love
animals.
them.
Yeah, get those animals. No.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
We're touching on the fact that if it wasn't for all of the animal sacrifices, thinking of them as friends.
Yo, think about the monuments
as
we
friends.
built.
Yeah,
the rat monument.
The rat monument,
Yo.
like
One
literally
day,
idolizing and respecting these creatures for the sacrifices that they gave.
Mm.
For us to know what we know about medicine right now, you know, and it's, yo, it's a trip.
It's a
real
huge
trip.
one.
I was tripping out about this today when it comes to like food, right? So where do we draw the line with what is okay to kill? Because when you eat plants, you're also killing something.
Yeah.
So then I brought up this question in my mind of sentience. Like, is it okay to kill something if it's sentientless, right? And I feel a cow has sentience. It has this, oh, I am alive and I am in this world, right? Watching little cows chase each other around,
Yeah.
right? That is sentience to me. I'm like, yeah, there's some sentience happening there right now. So then I translate this thinking. I've shared with you friends my complete and utter willingness to go lab-grown meat.
You're same.
There's no sentience there, right?
Mhm.
I mean, and again, then you can go into technicalities. There's enough sentience for that cell to know it's supposed to be
we're
something.
not going to cell level, dude. That's ridiculous.
Actually,
if you go,
it always is ridiculous.
it's like there's a point where the argument just becomes null and void. Like, if for something to be considered sentience, it needs to be able to look like. So the interesting thing is something like a tardigrade, in my mind, is slightly sentient. It might not know exactly what it's doing at every blood. It wants food. It just wiggles around looking for it. It's kind of sentient.
Dinoflagellates.
It wants to keep itself
If
alive.
you talk about bacteria and viruses, in
Like
the same
there's
way,
so much. Like the realistic way to view it. It's very hard to draw the line. It's like I don't know if you ever played Stellaris, but in Stellaris you can you can get species and just turn them into food. You just gene alter them and you're like, sick, we found a species, they're a little dumber than us, cool, they're now food. Like you could do that, like you can like it can get to that degree, and I don't know where we're gonna draw that line, but like plants aren't sentient. I don't think so. Not to that. See, but again, like, if you look at plants at a long time and you look at like them screaming at the bubbles that they make when they get hurt, which makes noise, which some interpreters scream like fucking flinging around.
For
trying
me,
to,
the sentience question is just like for instance, a tree, right? Certain trees, if it grows next to a building, it won't continue generating branches pushing into the building. It will actually start pushing branches to the side, right?
Or like the ones that like swing themselves around until they catch
until
them.
they
But
catch
now the
them.
question is that just like their DNA causing things to happen in them?
Because they still do it even if you cut them off.
Yeah, so like it's a the ball in the air kind of question. We don't know.
So the way that I articulate, or I kind of like give myself some solace in this whole debate that I have with myself all the time, is that you are the universe eating yourself.
Yeah, dude.
The universe is eating itself. The Ouroboros, right? The self-eating snake, the infinity, is always flowing into itself. Energy cannot be destroyed or created.
Yeah. And then so like I don't know if this isn't brutal or anything, but so in like for the 40k universe, you know how brutal the 40k universe. So 40k is grimdark, like grimdark. So
Ugly almost.
one of the like things that they have in there is because they're so far in the future, it's the 41st millennium of the human race, that they have corpse starch. There's so many people living in hive cities. When you die, they mulch you. And then that's what they use. And like that's also the question of what happens in like that when you have so many people and you need to feed people and you can't have animals in a toxic world. Like the debate at the moment is small and tiny and like a little bit weird. But what happens when we find like a semi or
What happens if we're 1 trillion humans
yeah,
that we have to feed?
and we have to feed a tree and we can't grow enough meat.
It's impossible to feed 1 trillion humans on Earth right now.
Yeah, so
It's
like
impossible.
the question, like there's all these interesting questions and weird questions about where things can possibly go. that like I love debating it because there's no answer. The true and only answer is whatever you choose, you can eat. You can eat. In the old days, it'd just be way easier. If you could kill it, you could eat it. So if you could get over the fact that you had to go kill something to get it, that was like where your limit lied. Now it's the same, except you just go buy it in the grocery store. It's still gonna be your choice in that. What I do agree, or what I do think is like something that needs to be taken into account is environmental factors.
Mm-hmm.
That's like weirdly the most realistic like source.
That stuff is skewed as well though at this point, dude. Like when it comes to the methane release, I'm completely on board and I understand that. But like when it comes to water
uses.
that stuff is broken, dude. Because they're also trying to calculate for water falling on the land, raining to grow the grass, right? And we know that when you integrate FIA, like stock animals, into a land, the birds come back.
Yeah.
Right. So there's suddenly this explosion of biodiversity in that area, right? And then the birds eat the seeds as well in the area, and then there's
it's
more
the
plants.
like same question about hunting, like or why some people find it bad and other people are like you need to look after the land. If there's too many animals, something needs to be the predator.
You know what's the
and
worst
keep-
thing to me? The elephants thing, dude. Like if there is, like let's say you have a certain square of surface area. If the amount of elephants that can be sustained on that square of surface area exceeds, they start decimating.
Yeah, because they have to eat 600 kilograms of food a day.
A day. That's a lot of food to eat. And if your environment cannot sustain the amount of food you need to eat, what do you do?
Need to
Like and when I say they decimate things,
they break
like,
trees.
imagine nothing.
They flash. They don't give a fuck.
Dust. They
They-
leave dust
Dude.
because they need to eat.
And they know they can just walk away. To them, the world's different. See now,
They love walking actually.
you're dude. And the thing is,
You know they have the cross section looked like a human foot.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Something that's also like I've seen so many like this is the sentient debate again. Like I feel like to me obviously things like those animals are also
Very
sentient. Like I saw this thing where this like troop of family walks to a riverbed, and they get there. I think troop is wrong. Herd of elephants walk up to this riverbed, and it's fucking dry. And you all see them like
They
get
lose their
angry,
minds.
fucking kick things. Like one breaks the tree down because now they don't have water, and then you just see this one bull like casually walk up, pick something off a thing, walk over to the matriarch, give it to her, and she looks at him and then starts walking away. And like so, yeah,
Acceptance.
it's not okay to hunt the elephant, but. Yo, dude, it's such an interesting debate. The more I get into
Morals.
this, dude, the more I get into this, the more I'm like, but why? Why? Like, where do I draw the line? Where does it change for me?
Fuck it, wing it.
Wing it, dude. It is. It's really fucking wing it, dude.
Be friends. You know, wing it by being friends. Try and be friends with things. Maybe that's the way we're supposed to do it. Oh, I feel like I've missed a lot of comments.
We went on a tangent.
Well, a tangent, you say, Melina. Thank you. I also feel like the Zelda vibes of the Kalimba. See if I can get a little bit more present. Susanna's here too. I just want to say hi to the friends that are here.
Oh, we missed a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, let's start from here. I'm still in bed too. Hey, Maxine, there we go. I'm happy I saw you. All things are sentient, yet progress requires pain.
Yo, dude, those words.
I like, weirdly enough, reading those words makes me want to do push-ups. Connor, he goes, all things are sentient, yet progress requires pain. That's some deep
Yo,
business.
so, interesting story. What that happened. Did you meet Matthew?
Yeah.
Keelan's friend.
Yes.
So his dad went missing for 54 hours the last week. What ended up happening was they're in Clare, and they go. He goes on a bike riding trail and he takes the first exit instead of the second exit, and so he drives like 9 kilometers off route. Gets to a dead end. Is like, I'm just gonna go like look around if I can see a trail that I kind of missed or everything. Gets lost in the woods. Finds a river and walks along the river for almost it was something like 42 hours before a helicopter spotted him and then brought it, like air rescued him out. But in that 48 hours, he has lacerations, leech wounds, scratches, his foot got infected, and I'm like, that was just like 3 days, dude. We used to live
Out there.
dude,
You know what's the
in
thing to
that
me,
bush,
bro?
naked.
The crazy thing to me is how this dude went on a bike ride and then got lost in the world.
For 3 days.
Right? He moved for 3 days and he saw no one.
Okay, but like, what was his plan, bro?
He was saying he found the river, and you know what you do is when you find the
Follow
river,
water.
you follow water downstream because eventually you will
People
reach
find
someone.
yeah, people like water.
People like water. Or you'll hit the ocean, and people like the ocean
And then
too.
you can find
And then you
water.
can find on the coast.
That is good
If you
advice.
find river,
Yo, I would not have thought about it.
What really?
Really?
This is
Dude,
well known
bro,
getting lost.
I
I
would have
watched-
just kept going
I
you can
backwards.
You can even do it with like
you.
big lightnings. You can even do it in cities, dude.
Yeah.
You can like literally look where the water flows, and you can find yourself on a place of like convergence just by following the water.
I smoked very little of this.
It's okay.
Do
You want to light it again?
You want to finish it?
Do you want to light it again?
I'll finish. I'll go for it
There
again.
we go. There you go. Right in it.
Lightning.
Yes, that's why they take our shoelaces and chargers too. I was super sad. It was hard to comfort her because it wasn't just her hair to her, and it was the they got her hair cut when she was booked to an insane asylum, I'm guessing, or like self-harm.
Oof.
Is there a difference? I guess there should be,
Yeah, there
right?
is a difference. One is like
What do you call it? Self-harm facility?
Yo, I have no idea. Rehabilitation center, something like that.
Suicide watch?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Potatoes. I am now in bed. I still feel like a potato. Well, for what it's worth, I've already moved a lot on this earth, you know. So there's a lot of movement that has happened in this space. I think you're doing okay. Maybe you're living vicariously for me right now. Potatoing out so I can get some relaxation. Not cutting your hair is a religious practice, isn't it, Susanna? I think so. I'm so lazy. I ordered breakfast when I get here. When it gets here, I'll get it. I love that. That's the world we live in as well right now. Me and Christian was talking about that day before yesterday. Yesterday.
about ordering stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, dude.
How you can like move your finger on your phone and then food
Comes.
manifests
Dude,
to your
groceries.
door. To grocery store, yeah, as well, right?
Like
now.
you can, I do it. I go on a Sunday and I look what I need for the week and I type it into my phone and someone goes around the shop and fetches it for me and brings it to my house. How awesome!
Does anyone know a Murphy James?
No.
I just got a message on WhatsApp from Murphy James.
Is it a business account?
No, I'm blocking it.
Yo, the amount of like hot women that like message me and it's just like I click on the profile and it says in giant caps, "This is an automated bot. Please just don't pay attention to it," because they need to legally say that it's a bot. You can't just like have it send out stuff, and I'm like, I wonder how many people fall for this. Like some pretty woman messages.
Unfortunately,
you,
a lot.
Yo, dude.
Do you ever just want
Bro,
to
can
start?
you
a
imagine?
new
My time
religion?
has come.
The way of the melt TM. We are the all-seeing eye of God. Contunes, I feel the best religion is no religion. Right? Where religion is when a bunch of people come together
He's the Antichrist.
and agree on what God is. Where spirituality, or what I believe we're doing, is the pursuit of what God is, right? In everything. In the water we drink, in the foods we eat, in the conversations we have. This is why we're having these conversations,
Burn
right?
the witch.
No. I know.
Christian, I hope my YouTube didn't pick up anything what you said, but I know it picked up everything.
It did, but who cares?
It's like
I-
the future internet is losing their minds right now, being like Christian knew all along. I'm Tom Connor. I have a question for Christian. Do you feel you write the most true in reflection of life that has occurred, or in creation of life you imagined to occur next, or in your imagination, I guess?
Qu'est-ce que quoi?
Just like what?
What? Do I?
Do you write best with stuff that has happened to you, or stuff that you would like to happen to you? Is another way to say it.
How about stuff that impacts me the most?
So
So
happened.
that elicits a huge amount of emotion from me. And that usually means happened. Or I have a deep yearning for it to happen. I.e., like falling in love.
Mm.
Interesting.
So always best writing is when you have experience in it.
Yeah.
The whole right but you
And
Oh,
that,
that
a yearning
is
is
still like
an experience.
yeah, it's still like with knowledge about the past to predict the
The
future.
best writing you can ever produce is when you're incredibly educated on a subject.
Yeah, niche. Exactly. And like this is a good thing, and like
When almost esoteric in a
yeah,
sense.
something gives me hope in that as well, because what that means is that whatever you like the most, whatever fascinates you the most in the world, and you pursue that, you will be rewarded for it. Because there will be other people fascinated, or even not even fascinated, but just interested.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
And
mean
the
you
thing
can't
that you-
write things like fantasy. I mean, you could have your own experiences with imagining things. Like the world that I've been building for years. It's in my head. The blueprints are in there, and I've been delving
Yeah, but
over
it's-
them and
but it's
running over them.
Still
and-
overarching based on like experiences and what you think experiences
Absolutely.
could be. Yeah, it's going to be.
Absolutely. I think it's incredibly difficult to actually write about something that you just imagine, or it just comes. I don't know. You're trying to create something that you've never experienced. For example, like getting stabbed. You can't fully
Yo.
describe what getting stabbed is like unless you've been stabbed, or you read up extensively on accounts of it.
Yeah.
It's the Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christopher
Lee,
Sir
yeah.
Christopher Lee.
He
Yeah.
got
We have a
stabbed.
very
in the
cool
movie.
story with him and director Peter Jackson. I think it was Peter Jackson that I could be wrong.
Doesn't matter. Tell the story, dude.
Anyway, basically the director says when you get stabbed in the back, go ah. He's like, no, that's not what it sounds like when you get stabbed in the back. I know, I've done it. What it actually sounds like is like that.
And he's like, ah.
Oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
dude, this
you
dude
do
has
that.
actually stabbed people in the back,
Sir Christopher Lee.
so he knows what it's supposed to sound like.
Or was he in war or something?
Sauron, dude. He was in war. He had his own heavy metal band. He knows like several languages. He is
Hardcore.
actually dubbed a knight, Sir.
Yeah, he's an
Christopher
actual
Lee.
sir. Yeah, human beings, dude. We're not.
He's a freaking
We're not
badass.
limited, and like I feel his niche is himself, dude. In a weird way, right? Like he just explored his own beingness.
Never
He wanted to be alive.
He wanted to be alive.
He wanted to be very alive.
What we need is more people that are coming alive right
Yeah.
now.
Fucking
Whatever
Howard,
that is.
Howard Thompson. It was Martin Luther King's like idol is the person that said that.
Yeah.
Which I still find hilarious.
We don't need more people something.
We do- what the so we don't do not. It was right after Kennedy gave his speech, and the quote goes, "Do not ask what you can do for your country, but ask what makes you come alive. For what the world needs is more people that have come alive."
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Become alive.
Do what you enjoy. Don't do things that you don't. That
Right.
makes no difference.
And the joke is sometimes we have to do things that we don't like.
It's
to
it's
do.
just
We do
not
it
worth it.
to
Life
stay
is
alive.
not worth making someone else happy.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's true. Like, and on top of that, nobody can make you as happy as you will be able to, right? Nobody can.
Unless
love
you're
you.
happy in making other people happy.
Nah,
in
even
which
then,
case,
dude.
good for you.
Even then, dude. Like you have to love yourself
Fairy Glenn.
in a way that you need to love yourself, because if you expect that love from someone else,
Dude.
it will be like, so think about it as bandwidth, right? Where you can write down something, a love letter, and then give this to a person, and then they can feel loved by you by seeing this love letter. You have that as a self-encapsulated version, right? And if you're like not loving yourself and you're trying to let someone else through the medium of love letters or sex or affection or ego praising try and fill you up, they're always gonna fall short.
Your love is infinite. There is just more. Oh, there is.
No.
But they don't know how to express
They
infinity.
yeah, their love is infinite, but they cannot express or cannot basically be
Yeah.
infinity for you
Yeah.
in the way that you can for yourself.
Yeah.
Because we're limited by these physical forms,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like just think about the amount of things you think in a day. right? The amount of experiences you have, the amount of ups and downs in a one day, and then being able to integrate, have a conversation, a life experience, a hug with another person at the end of your day, not understanding even remotely the ups and downs that this other person had to go through to be in that moment with you. So not only is it hard for us to love each other completely, but it's impossible because we don't know how we need to be loved always in that moment.
You're the only
right?
person that was there for everything.
Exactly. Like I can love you to my fullest extent in the exact same way each day, but depending on your day, it won't feel that way. Right? And that's the trip of love, dude. That's why I kind of like, instead of like trying to measure it and instead of like trying to tyranny of numbers in myself,
Yeah.
I make it a true statement. So anything above 0 means true.
Means true.
That's a trip, dude. It's a trip and it helps me. It really helps me ground myself in reality sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a really good question, Isaac. Friends ask good questions, and I thank you for that. Yeah, Shan, they said that she would not revive Care unless she shaved them off. Like, there's so many easier routes than holding over them. More supervision. She has to wrap them up. No entry. I feel like, especially since it's supposed to be a mental health care facility, I'm guessing,
I've
right?
heard horror stories.
It's a mental health care facility, and then the first requirement is, how about you dehumanize yourself?
Yeah.
Old
Start-
age homes as well. Man.
Start you off that way. And okay, it's a little bit much.
It isn't much,
It's unacceptable as well. And I feel like what's the problem right now for me, honestly, is supervision. Right? When it comes to technology, I feel like in my mind I'm okay with authority or standards in like that context, but then it becomes a slippery slope once again.
Yeah.
Well, if you get lost, just get a map, dummy. If you get lost, remember, you're always here now.
Or just
I don't know if that would be
sometimes
very
you know.
helpful. Like, I'm just imagining this dude lost in fucking infinity. I'm like, don't worry, oh. Like, it's maybe think that Bo
His dad
Burnham.
would have gotten lost
Exactly.
if he got the tattoo on his forearm.
That's a trip, dude. Maybe in another fractal, no.
Dude.
But I'm imagining that Bo Burnham line where he's like, if your house is burning down, don't worry, call me up and I'll tell you a joke. Dude, I think it's one of my favorite songs. Like it's so brutal and it's so I feel like he's calling me out, dude. So yeah. Well, my question is, why didn't he have a phone, dude? I guess it helps to leave your
Yo,
devices.
I
try and
think they
disconnect
lost
for
the
a
signal,
bit.
dude.
Maybe that.
Like he went
I
fucking in the woods.
I think honestly that with like Google, and if you download your maps,
Yeah,
it has
you
like
can.
a
You can
GPS
just
antenna.
download,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really traumatic for some, disgusting that we use that force for healing. Exactly, right? And then the approach to healing right now, especially in industries like that, is like abstinence and demonization of certain behaviors. Instead of trying to get to some sort of root cause, they're trying to rip things from you, believing that there's something destroying you. Instead of
the statement
and
of withdrawing is
like
better.
one of the biggest things to me, bro, is at this point in our existence, we are assuming that depression is a personal problem. When
For
it's
some
not.
reason, Aperture is this YouTube channel that put out
Some good
he put out
video
a,
documentaries.
he put out a new one called TikTok and Mass Psychosis. I haven't watched it yet,
Dude,
but it hit hard, dude. That fucking title alone.
Think people watching other people go through like Tourette's, for example, and then literally manifesting Tourette's symptoms in themselves, dude. Like they're so a part of that fractal, they become it.
Oh, dude,
And they get rewarded for it. That's the thing. Like there are content creators that pretend to have Tourette's, and they're making money doing that, dude.
They make money. They set up charities that then don't do anything. No, like the thing is, there's so much. There's so much.
Oh, the corruption.
Yo, it's not even corruption, dude. It's like morals. I feel like have been weirdly lost. Like I don't know what caused it to happen.
It is.
But like,
It is. There's only me.
Yeah, but the thing is
Consume.
like.
Consume.
No, but the thing is, even more than that, like I saw this thing on Best Word Updates the other day where this guy wants a family photo and they're really into taking family photos. I don't really agree with the whole thing, like, but basically he wanted everyone to dress nice. And then one of the cousins came full goth.
That's
the makeup
so cool.
and everything.
Yeah, bro.
And then the reason she did it is she actually bought a change of clothes to make like so the family pictures nice and like she didn't want to get out, but what she wanted to do, she wanted to get a rise out of the people for TikTok. And then she couldn't get it, so she kept it. And kept going with it. It kept going with it. And it got to the point where they took photos with her and then told her to leave, please, so that there's also photos without her. And the rest, like when they sent the photos out, all the other family members asked for the picture without her in it. And like it cascaded because all she wanted to do was a TikTok prank. And then she did prank the younger kids and then had to remove it from TikTok because her parents were angry about it. And like stuff like that, if that's happening in one place, it's happening in more places. And like that type of mass psychosis where it's okay for like
To be a bad human
to
being.
be a bad human being because it gets you clicks and likes and then
It's
everyone laughs
sensational.
at it.
It's again the sensationalism thing, dude.
And then the fucking hilarious thing is the guy that she did it to was like, yeah, I'm gonna post this entire story that I put on Reddit to Facebook and everything. She's like, no, please don't do that. That's embarrassing. So she's willing
Yeah.
to do it to other people,
And
but
she's willing to embarrass herself and then not be embarrassed.
yeah, it's the weirdest thing, and like those
Classic.
that type of like thinking, I think, is really affecting some people, and especially like the younger kids that like you're thrusted fully into this. You had no time on your own, none. Like that, at least
Not only that, but the time you could have had on your own was stolen from you by a parent giving you a device.
Because now it's just but yeah, dude. And what happens is, and it's parents' fault too. I know this couple that is friends with my mother, and they let their kids start using the iPad when he was 3, because they couldn't be bothered to like take care of him. The easiest solution was to give him an iPad and,
And you
keep
know,
going.
like I'm feeling the collective speaking to me right now, because think about this, dude. It's not even about taking care of you, because you're being taken care of, right? You have food to eat. You have a bedtime. You're getting dinner. You still have school. Like you're still being taken care of. But when it comes to like people, imagine, bro, you're taking care of a child the whole day. You also want time for yourself. So what do you do, bro?
And instead of teaching the kid how to spend time with himself and like be okay with that,
But that is though.
it is. And
Like
it's,
a mobile device is for a lot of people an okay way to spend time with themselves.
which is very interesting because like I'm kind of being a hypocrite because I spend most of my days playing PlayStation. Like that was my younger generation was fucking playing
I
PlayStation.
played a
2.
lot of PlayStation, dude. As a kid as
Yo,
well.
all the time.
So much
But-
PlayStation.
Yo, no, actually, you know what? I'm kind of talking horseshit because I was one of those kids. I didn't do like pranks or things like that, but I was part of the mass psychosis that the world worked this way and this was life and like everything is sad and broken and like I was deep in that fractal.
And I
dude.
was depressed, and
Yo,
I
I
cried,
was
and I
depressed
was
as
I was bad
well.
as well, dude. I
Yo.
feel like I'm hopeful, and I believe that what we're doing here, the attention span you friends have, is the antidote. Weirdly enough, like the only way for us to fix this issue of like 9-second video, 9-second video, 9-second
Dude,
video,
the
9-second video,
ADHD.
is to pay attention to something.
Yeah.
Read.
Read is dead. Oh, I'm sorry, Christian. Audiobooks, maybe, but
Make me
read
sad.
is dead, Christian.
Yeah, the only things I can read is fantasy.
Like I read a lot on like articles or stuff
Read-
like
if
that.
Read is
bro.
dead, we're doomed, bro.
Nah.
Christian, the new medium
I-
is video. Like think about this, dude. Your memories are experienced through video and audio, dude.
You do it visually.
That's what you're doing right now. You're like imagine, dude. Instead of you experiencing this, you're just experiencing white and black.
White and
exactly.
flying
Like,
past
literally trying to
you.
describe this entire room while trying to describe the table your arms on how the feeling feels on
How your hair
how your
stacked
hair
on
is
top
like
of
how the
everything.
folds, how the earphone is kind of like off to the side, how your eyes are blue, how they have these little pulls. No,
Dude.
it's too much information
Too
to
much.
read. It's too much to read. Same Johan, except I go pick up what I've selected. I don't want anyone knowing where I live. Maxine, they already know you.
Yo, I don't care. At least in South Africa,
Like-
it doesn't matter. Like,
We have high murder rates here as well.
Yeah, we kind of do.
Third highest in the whole world. People get murdered all the time here.
Yeah, but it's quite skewed. Like,
Mhm.
it's one of those places where we have hubs that are fuck dangerous and places that are like kinda okay. You just gotta know where to be.
And
But-
and you know what the
yeah.
worst part is, Holmes? Because like that can be interpreted as insensitivity. Because a lot of people get either born into
Yeah,
those
they
places
do.
or their financial circumstances require them to live in places like that because that's the only place they can
What
afford to
I
live.
what I meant by that was that most places in South Africa aren't that dangerous.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I meant. Like, don't like people.
And you're not like at some point you need to stop being a victim.
Yeah, I agree. We like don't get you never ever victim shame. Victim shaming, they went through trauma, but the victim needs to take responsibility for certain things in their
Like
life.
for me, like even beyond responsibility, it's just removing yourself from environments that you know hurt.
That's
you.
a better way to take, but that's again, you're taking
It-
responsibility.
It is a responsibility that you have to take.
You have to take care of
But I
yourself.
feel responsibility right now is a very sore word for humanity, brother. We hear you should take responsibility, and then there's this recoil.
Oh, that's
Shut-
fair. That's
Where
fair.
if you frame it like you need to remove yourself from places that hurt you, it's like I see
Yeah.
what's being said and I understand
For me,
what the context
I
is.
agree. For me, I just like responsibility has so much context. Like I view so many things as taking responsibility for yourself that just becomes part of it at this point. But yeah, that is a better way of framing it. So yeah, the thing that is, yeah, I don't know. It's such an interesting.
We're
problem.
coming back to the whole morals thing, dude.
dude.
Like
Morals, bro.
I feel for me the biggest way of life thing that I've noticed is how if I perpetuate a state of fear of like things are horrible, the world's ending, that's how it feels to me. Right? That's how in my moment to moment experience
Everything
it
feels.
Everything.
Like you
the
see
coffee I drink, the water I
everything.
drink, the shower I have, everything is tinged with this sense of sadness,
Mhm.
angst, you know? And
Dude.
if I believe love is true, instead of fear being true, then it's the exact opposite. Right? And like that's the thing that I kind of get to at the end of the day where I feel I've definitely had the opportunity in this lifetime to experience a lot of beauty. You know, my parents, you know, are wonderful parents. Sure, they're Christian fanatics, but they're great. They're so great. They're wonderful beings, you know, and I could have had it so much worse. So many people have it so much worse.
Cool.
So, and I'm aware of that. And then this word victim, right, comes to mind where a lot of us have been victimized.
Not in the same degree.
Exactly,
always.
not even remotely sometimes. And then I feel like I'm being evil almost by telling people, hey, have you tried considering that love is true?
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a very fucking.
Because
weird
for
one.
me, I have so much framework built on that
I
statement.
know, dude.
Right?
Like,
So
you're-
in my
you're-
brain,
yeah.
I say 3 words
And it's like.
of like understanding.
Yeah, dude. I know, dude. That's why when we were speaking at the festival, I was trying like I can't communicate to some people
Mm.
because I can't. The words I say are too deeply ingrained in experiences to really mean anything.
Yeah.
And it's a real issue. Like I didn't realize that it was gonna be a thing, but like you can get far enough ahead of some people that you can't pave a way anymore. Which is very weird to say, but because you're like you're viewing backwards, and I do this a lot. I'm like, yo, what if you just tried this? But to have thought about that and understand why that would help you, you have to have gone through it. And so what you actually need to do is go through that. But to go through that, you like it keeps backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards. So communication
The fractals.
do
Like
hard.
that's why and our friends in this group have almost like adopted this way of thinking as well now where we talk about fractals where
Yeah.
like that's the fractal I was in because
It
that's
works so
that's the
well.
most beautiful description of like a wholeness of experience because it's not just how you feel physically. It's not just the emotions that you're going through. It's not just the people. It's not just, and then there's like fractals of information on top of every single person that you interact with, right? And then there's fractals on why they're, and it's like this. So you're trying to collapse this infinite thing, self-recurring, replicating thing, and we have a word for it that is a fractal. You know, a little tree swamp out from every experience. Both of you, beautiful people, really. Thank you, Saul,
you.
for saying that. We, after all, are but reflections
Of you.
of you. You're beautiful. No,
I'm
you.
sorry.
Like that's the reverse card. Where's your reverse card? You
Yo,
have? You really need to get one.
I really need a fucking.
I saw someone talking about a theory that the Bible is a metaphor for the human body. Moses parting the Red Sea being a metaphor for the two hemispheres of the brain. The Holy Grail
Yo, I've never
relating
heard
to the
that one.
pineal gland. It
That's
was a neat
cool.
interpretation. And you know, like again, when it comes to understanding and the fractals of the individual, to that person who is explaining that story, he's read the Bible so many times, tried to understand what the Bible is supposed to mean so many times, gone through his own experience, right? Understand that you have a brain. Just think about that, like 10,000 years ago, people didn't understand that we have a brain and how it works, like, and we still don't even remotely understand how it works. But this person probably had, like, you know, could see pictures, could, you know that there's a left and right hemisphere, could, know about the pineal gland in and of the first place, right? And so he started building this framework in his mind.
Yeah, but
Trying
I'm gonna
to
be
collapse
completely
it.
honest. There's no like they might have the thing is though something that is autopsies are a thing. Like, I've kind of forget that you could do that. That's probably how Egypt knew about the pineal gland.
Yeah, they really cut into a lot of bodies. I mean,
Yeah.
mummification was very well understood. They
They
knew what they were doing. A guy I dated over a year ago who ghosted me randomly, gifted me coffee and breakfast on DoorDash yesterday. Living in the future is wild, Joe. Wow.
That is insane. That was nice.
That does something for my brain, though. Why? I couldn't.
I'm sorry, listen, I
That's-
ghosted you, but
I
like,
think that's even cooler than
Yes,
anything
it's
I've
some
ever.
breakfast.
Like, because it's like saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about you and I love you," right? But just sending someone coffee and donuts.
No, for me, like the amount of
I'll take it.
Dude, I remember the one time, or like I've seen something, but I ordered food and I waited and I see he's arrived and I look, I'm like, fuck, it's the commune. Shit, call Adam. Adam, I bought you food. And he's just like, yeah, there's food outside, good luck.
That's so cool.
And yeah, dude, it was like, and what made me realize more is when my dad had that like delivery app. What they did is they put a promotion out for Valentine's flowers. You can have someone have Valentine's flowers delivered for them. How sick! I would actually like to know, and I'm pretty sure I could do this. If you know where I live, you could probably order me fucking Uber Eats.
I wonder if it's. I mean, it should be. over
There's
the
what
border,
is
right?
what I went to.
It's money for them, so.
Dude,
Just
went-
input a location.
Yeah, I went to Europe and just used Uber. I didn't change
Oh,
it.
there we go. Yeah. So
It
you
just
can.
worked. You could just do it.
You just enter.
So you could just theoretically enter our fucking address in here and order us food.
Like this stream was called our good friends or something like that. Should be future. Future. Oh, future.
Dude.
Oh goodness. Oh good. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Joy B. That's super interesting, Joy. Right? What the fuck? All of our friends are losing their minds. We're like, whoa. Right? I didn't know what to do with that, but be grateful, I guess. Be grateful, exactly, right? And that's the only thing you have to be. You can either be angry again at this person. Oh, fuck this person. Right? They ghosted me. I hate them. Spit in the coffee they sent
Yeah.
you. Or you can be like,
Thank you. Cup of cup.
Disrespect.
this is nice. Thank you. And whatever you choose becomes your reality, right? You can feel whatever you want to. Joy, he must have just woke up one day and felt bad. Coffee and breakfast will fix my past mistakes. You see, that's the fractal, dude. I like to think of it as he thought about her, wanted to send her some loving vibes. I believe. Perhaps I've been feeling guilty for ghosting you, Joy B. A free breakfast is pretty sweet though. That's too. I thought about texting him thanks, but I decided against it. I feel you were thankful enough, just enjoying it in the first place. Good. Anyone who goes that you doesn't deserve your words. That's
Yeah.
a little weird. Pretty much my thought exactly being seen. The whole knowing your location thing might be a bit sassy bobassi, but
Yeah, it is
Let's-
a little
let's
sassy
not-
but bossy. That's
let's
why
not
I'm like,
right
I'm
now.
not doing it.
let's pretend like we'll be like, oh yes, this topic, and then we're gonna like just
It's just
walk
dancing
around. There's like no chill. Is Johan on Melty's Discord? I've got questions for him. I've told him so. By the way, Johan, my yoga classes are free,
Oh.
and they are. I post them on Discord every day.
I'll go get
So maybe we'll get him on the Discord.
I
and at
am
the
on the
same-
Discord. It's
Are you?
Dreamer, yeah, Dreamer J.
On the Melbourne Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. You can find him
Yeah.
as Dreamer J. But I'm trying to like pull him into the yoga.
I'll do it.
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming. I'll do it, dude. I'll do
50
it.
minutes, huh?
I'll do it, dude. I'm fucking serious.
Please.
I just need to go get a yoga mat.
Yeah, like, and I mean, like, the nice thing as well is, it's only 50 minutes, and that is enough for your whole day.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fine.
you do not have to do more.
The thing is, I just need to get into it.
Mm.
Once I get into it, I'll be like,
It becomes a pattern. You're like, okay, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm gonna get ready for yoga.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
shit.
You wanna do some yoga? Yo, careful, it could have 800 milligrams of acid. Milligrams! If it's 800 milligrams of acid.
Yo!
Because the unit that they usually measure it is in a U.
some say
micro.
it's still triggered.
Yeah, micrograms.
Micro. There's 1,000 micrograms.
If you
in a
get close to
yeah.
800 milligrams, that's almost a gram of
A
gram
gram of cocaine, nice.
A gram of LSD, dude.
Dude, it's so foreign to even
Like,
say.
yeah.
Your brain's like,
My
why?
brain's like, no, you're talking
You're
about
talking
cocaine.
about cocaine. Why? No.
Because you can buy grams of cocaine. You
Yo,
cannot buy
a
grams of
gram,
LSD.
dude. I'm just like liquid, dude. That's a bottle. One of those like.
And yet, technically, it's like you could give me like a 1 ml bottle of pure LSD, dude.
Maybe that's how you cheap enlightenment.
No.
No, did I ever tell
That's
you guys?
how you melt your
Did I
brain
ever tell you guys
forever.
the story of that one of the people I like had a trip with, where he was telling me about this guy that went to the airport, came back. I'm just not thinking. Went somewhere, got a sheet for himself, like to sell. Came back to South Africa, and I don't remember why, but he got like searched or picked to be searched, and he panicked. And so he said he's just gonna go to the bathroom and ate the sheet.
So when he's talking about a sheet, you can dip what's called blotter. It's like a piece of cardboard with a picture on it that is like
It's big.
serrated in like little blocks. It depends. Depends on
but
who
I,
makes
and
it.
they,
And then-
it was 10,000 rands worth. No, yeah, it's 100,000 rands worth.
Bruh,
Do you know how
that
much?
man flied twice.
He-
He went on flight 2.
He says he tripped for 13 hours in the store
Legends
because
say
he couldn't
he's
get
still
himself.
Oh, so he didn't get on the plane.
No, he got searched when he came off of it, so he was too
Oh.
scared to go back out. So he was like sick, 13 hours in the bathroom.
They're like, you think that dude's okay in there?
I don't know how true the story is. Don't get me
You know
like,
what?
I might not be telling you,
It
but I
might just be an
remember-
imaginary story. Like it's still tripping me out.
But it was 5 days worth.
Oh
dude.
my goodness.
Ew.
No.
But I just like imagine being stuck in a cubicle.
Bro, like I'm
13
scared of
hours.
1 drop of LSD at this point, dude.
Yo, no.
Like that weekend, dude.
No, I'm still down, dude. I'm still
No, I'm
sticky.
still going. I'm still going to. But I'm like, yo. So
Dude,
like
it
this,
does more.
the weekend that we had, right? We took 1 drop of LSD each,
Yo, bro.
and it was like one of the most intense experiences I've had in my lifetime. Like we did ask for energy as the
Yo, no,
intention.
dude, that was much.
That was some energy that I was not
Much.
expecting. Let's get a breakfast. It's interesting. I find my most put together thoughts are when I'm in reflection, yet fiction is when I feel like I'm putting my truest self onto a page. Well, I feel like it is more the creator in you than it is the reflector in you, right? Instead of just looking, you are creating actively. So I kind of like feel that for you too, man. It's more the you that you are right now than it is the you that you always are, right? And maybe there's a a thing you can give, a beautiful Alan Watts quote where he goes, "The best thing you can do for other people is live beautifully and fully into your ego."
Yo, I've been hearing a lot and listening to like a lot of people be like, yeah, the ego's kind of healthy in like this weird.
If it's healthy.
If it's healthy, yeah.
It's healthy,
Yeah.
right?
Because then you're like standing up for yourself in the right way,
Yeah.
rather than like just meagerly being walked over and stuff like that. But it can also be the wrong thing.
It's a balance. Again, it's a balance, as all things are. The infinity is pretty big, you know? I think you're right.
Pretty
It's
infinite.
pretty infinite. It was Pete's Beansy, a large maca, a bacon and egg breakfast sandwich, and a warm brownie. You see this dude?
Yo, that's I'm so sorry.
This
I
dude-
hope you're doing well.
This dude sent some love, yo.
Yo, I want
Send
that
some love.
breakfast.
Yeah, that sounds like a vibe. Melty, your shirt scarf combo is looking snazzy. Thank you. This is a gift from Brother Ryan, you know, and I saw it, thought to myself, I want to wear that today. Still went and checked what scarves I've worn in succession, you know, like I like to space them out evenly, and it was the one I was supposed to wear today, so it was like a double whammy of wanting to wear the scarf and getting to wear the scarf. So thank you, Maxine, for seeing it too. They cannot be infinity for you. Damn, that resonates. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy that it landed for you too, Fred. It felt like a for me as well. Oh my goodness. Not the brownie. I'm also like vibing. I feel like we're so far behind all over again.
Yo, dude.
I love myself, so I love others. I look at it like creating true happiness in another's life is the only time we something that feels like it matters. We do something that feels like it matters. When you're creating true happiness in another's life. I mean, it is a philosophy that our friend group lives by, to make happy, right? We want to make other people happy, but I don't feel it's the only thing that matters. I get where you're coming from, where if you live completely into the nihilistic, nothing matters, then the only thing that really matters is happiness, and other people's happiness is a part of that. The warm brownie was so damn delicious. I'm like tripping my brain out right
It
now.
was so
Joey.
damn delicious. God damn how.
This is like, I tell you, oh, like it's impossible.
It's
like
impossible.
my
dude.
brain is not
What,
capable.
dude, what we might need to start doing is just keeping it up to date and just like tuning in
Tuning in when we can.
when we can.
That might be a
Because the like otherwise you're like, oh yeah, we're not too. Oh,
Fortunately, what happens is our friends talk to one another,
Yeah.
right? Like there is a whole fractal of communication happening
Mhm.
right in front of us, as there is a whole fractal of communication happening right in front of you. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that gives me hope of this community, is that we're not a cult. It makes me so happy.
He
yo.
said it.
Because if we were a cult, I
Everyone.
would have to get to every message, but we're a community of people that love one another, right? Because what a cult is when like a cult
One
is
person.
basically one person either gets deified because they're God, or they get deified because
They-
they're the only one that has a connection to God.
No, instead we're a religion.
Yeah, where what we're doing is actively encouraging and communicating this deep understanding that there is God in each and every single one of us, in everything. That there is no separating yourself from that. Alright? And we're encouraging you to be that in the world.
Watching him justify why he hasn't started a religion is really funny.
I'm trying to, people think I'm trying to do that. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to convince myself at this point. My dad is so concerned. He's like, stop creating a cult. I'm like, I'm not creating a cult, Dad. He's like, you're creating a cult. I'm like, dude, you're in a cult. What do you mean?
You are the biggest cult.
You're playing music.
Take it
You're
as a compliment.
you're
right? He's
preaching.
afraid your cult is gonna overshadow his cult.
My cult is gonna do better.
My ass blackjack.
My cult is blackjack and
My cult is so much more lit than your cult.
My cult has dance parties and psychedelic flowers, Dad. What is your cult? Oh goodness.
It's
dude.
sadness.
We're all there with you
Sadness and
guys.
shame.
We're a group of friends chatting. That's what we are. 11:11, tuning into the fractals. I want to dance so hard with all of you. The lightning outside. Maybe I'll show you. It's been so fast, my cheeks fly off. Both of them.
Yo.
My mind
That was
suddenly.
beautiful to see.
Yeah, exactly. My mind suddenly got taken on a trip. Thank you. Is it Wednesday? Not just yet. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Ah.
Yeah.
I also tripped out for a second that it is Wednesday today.
Still
I
have
needed to
images
see
of
this
someone
shit.
spinning so fast their cheeks.
I was thinking
It's a
other
trip.
cheeks.
So. Oh, I
Yeah,
think that might be.
That's what I thought you.
That might be the right
That
answer.
is what she's probably
Yeah,
talking.
I thought these cheeks, like spinning so fast.
I also thought those.
Wait, maybe you guys are right and I'm the weird.
Maybe you're a weirdo, Johan. I think you're right though. Like, and that's an even crazier visualization. You twerk so hard. You twerk your ass cheeks off.
Spinning.
Your booty becomes disconnected.
You pull a lizard, dude.
You put a lizard on that. Stop creating a cult. Stop. Stop. And we will dance in celebration of Mel's visa approval. Yes.
Yeah.
What a trip that would be. You know what? I'm gonna dance nonetheless.
I will tell you right now, it won't be approved tomorrow.
Not?
No, you'll be like, if I'm 100%, if how I guess this is gonna be, you're gonna hand everything in, you're gonna get like all the paperwork, you're gonna do all your fingerprint, they're gonna go, great, sick week.
Okay.
That's my, like,
Because they do send you your papers or your visa.
the only reason I don't think it'll be exactly tomorrow is because they need to process it. Like, they need to get your stuff in, look through all your stuff, maybe look, like, depends on how strict they're gonna be, they might look into you a little bit to be like, yo, is this dude okay? Wada.
Am I okay? Maybe
Yeah.
they'll be watching this stream right now. I'm okay. Am I?
Like, there's nothing to worry about, but I'm just like, I'm testing you for the fact that
He's
it's
just
probably
gonna
not
shaking
gonna
his head. He's
know.
like, you're not okay. Okay, I want to show you the phrase of lightning, like it's calling to me at this point. The Mel cult of community and love, and I'm down low. You know what? The good thing about our cult is the fact that you can do it from wherever you are. We're a decentralized cult.
Just said cult.
There's no expectation for you to abandon your family, your kids, and your friends to come and live on a farm somewhere so that we can kumbaya. I'm being mean to cults right now.
You do, however, have to sacrifice your cat.
Please stop listening. And you can't you'll have our friends actually kill you, dude. I can feel the comments right now. I once attempted to twerk. It scared Machi so bad he ran into his carrier. He was like, whatever that was, Mom. I want to join an eyes wide shut type of cult. Seems like a vibe. I don't even know what those words mean, dude. Eyes wide shut?
Eyes wide shut. It's I remember reading it somewhere once. I think it means like your eyes are open to certain things but blind to something else.
Eyes wide shut. I
I'll
guess.
look it up quick.
Maybe. Oh, the lightning.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness, dude. The director died mysteriously after the film came out. What? Twerking scene. Melt and I were talking twerking aliens. We were. Let's see. Give us lightning! Yeah. Can I switch this? I can't show the you now, friends. Come on. Give us lightning. Ooh, a little bit more. More lightning. More. Maybe there'll be lightning. I wanna capture. Ooh! I don't know if you saw that one. I wanna capture one big one, and then we'll finish the stream. I'll pull a card and we'll finish the stream. Weather, yes. I'm going. Definitely some sussy bobussy stuff going on for that film. They cut 30 minutes of the original film, and it was never released. Oh wow, that's amazeballs, Mel. One more, a big one. I want one that goes like. Ooh, I want to. Thank you. One of my favorite things. Mine too, Susanna. I love the lightning. All right, important Wisek question time. I'm here for it, Wisek. I'm present. I'm present and reading. You're pretty dry. This is a reflection of you, after all. It's kind of raining on my face right now. Ooh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. That was some nice. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. More, please, please, universe, please, Mama Gaia, give us more, more, more. Do the roar, do the roar, oh my God, do the roar. I kind of want to be shocked. I want to be like almost intimidated by the lightning. If you have to pick one body part that becomes entirely conscious, that gets its own ego and voice, what are you picking? That's mean, Isaac. That's very mean to ask me that question, because no matter what body part that is, the answer is wrong. Maybe weirdly enough, I choose the little dangly bit at the back of my throat. That part of my body becomes conscious. I feel like I can hide him. I want to be out there in the middle to get plugged in. You're plugged in with me right now, Susanna. I'm trying to get good with it right now. No, but the director was killed and they never released what he was supposed to be released. I wish against his wishes. It hurts me to think that someone lost their work, you know, like work was done. That's Blanky, a book, in tea kind of weather. It is, Jovan. It really is. I'm looking forward to. Come on, one big one. One big. Big across the sky. Big. And then we'll say goodbye, weather, please. I refuse to leave. I refuse to leave until it's. Ooh! Come on. Am I being greedy? I want to see more beauty, please. You are if you believe that some sort of conspiracy to what end. It's all super ridiculous. It's what you make of it, right? Whatever you believe is the truth about that situation becomes your truth because you're the one thinking about, oh, I'm getting rained on. My dad used to run out in the middle of the streets holding a rake straight up and just scream. When I saw that as a kid, I was happy to be alive. Was that like nihilism? Ooh, maybe that was it. Was it like nihilism or was it like an embracing of the universe? Did he want to get struck by lightning? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. Part of me thinks it's romantic, part of me thinks it's crazy. But I guess that's what life is like sometimes. Maybe I'll show you this side. What about the secret calls that happen? There's probably a lot of them, Maxine. There's probably a lot of them. Mama Gaia's making me feel things, right? This weather is like not really common in South Africa as well, Jovan, so it's been beautiful for me to tune into it. I mean, it's a movie about the New York elite and upper class cults with some real life locations, so I would assume he ruffled a few feathers, definitely. I think an embracing. There we go, that's the one I wanted to capture. But everyone definitely thought he was crazy. Aren't we all? One more, maybe. I'm sorry, I can't get enough, and I know you friends probably can't as well. One more big one, universe, please. I promise, last one, I promise. I promise. The power is a gift, that power is a gift. Don't forget to channel some for yourself, Melody. Ooh. Ooh, okay, I did say one more. Now I'm being greedy.
Something like eco energy. Anything that feels like I'm progressing the planet for good.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel that way with the places that I've worked at.
Yeah,
It
it is what it is, dude. You gotta make that call. I'm glad you made the call because that's the only way you can like do it.
and I feel it's gonna take me some time to find something.
Yeah.
When I do find it.
The thing is, dude, it's gonna be weird. There's gonna be like a lot of like.
Oh, you didn't
You're
like
gonna-
the interview?
Not really, no.
No, like the thing is, you need to go through. Remember what we were talking about, where you want something and all the opportunities come in front of you, and you have to look at them and go left, right. Yeah. Yeah, that. Now you're getting it with the businesses, and you gotta as somebody that has the qualification and has the ability to be like, no, 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 do it. The fact that there are that many people that want you, you can be sure you'll never be poor. And you'll find work. It's just now you need to find work that suits your intellectual
Needs.
Yeah. So you can have a ladder. Inside the dive.
You want to fill it up again?
I will.
Not because I.
There's no reason.
What?
There's no reason to.
I want to fill it up. I've never filled up as a book.
There's
We're
no.
gonna use it again in future.
Does it get dry?
Not really. No. I'm pretty sure it should be working. Pass it in. You just have to click it a couple of times. No, there's like a trick to it.
There's a trick to it, Christian. It's a lighter. Oh.
Show me.
There's a trick to lighting the lighter. One more. I'm sorry. Real life
Oh, there
location.
is trick to it. Have you thought about
Something.
pulling out the
The flint a little bit.
flint or like the rope?
The desire to be in that apartment with you, friends.
yet.
Puffing that bowl, watching that lightning. Glad to be here virtually.
It's still early for that.
Isaac, you're us, dude. You're here. And that's the thing as well. Like you can feel that longing, knowing what you're seeing, knowing that you have been, were, or will be us eventually within the infinity, right?
Well, Isaac, this ball hit, enjoy it. Take your own.
Doing it for you. Is there a reading there?
There is a little bit left.
Good. Ooh, that lightning looked purple. It was.
It was purple.
I bet the thunderstorms, they are fantastic. We didn't really get too many thunderstorms. This is a
It's
new
rainy
thing.
season. This
But
is
we
kind
get
of
rain, we don't get thunderstorms.
Yo, skis.
We get
so
shit
much.
tons of
Not not in Robertsdal.
Dude, here, all the
No, we don't get
every
them-
storm
We
is
don't
a
get them
thunderstorm.
much in
Even
Robertsdal.
from when I was a kid, I remember
Yo.
that shit.
So like you boys lived in Pretoria for a long time.
No, I haven't.
No?
I was here till I was 7.
But
and
you've been living here for the last 4 years, right?
for 3 years.
Yeah. So like for me, I didn't really get exposed to this.
Yeah, at all.
this a
That's
lot.
fair.
And then I was in China as well. So the time I did get in Pretoria.
That's true. I've not seen thunderstorms like this ever anywhere in the
It's-
world.
it's beautiful,
dude.
man.
It's like one of my friends that lives in England is like, whenever it rains in England, people are like, it's so rainy. He's like, no, this is drizzle. You call
You
this
don't know
drizzle.
rain.
You have
Yeah.
no idea what rain is.
Here, boy.
Dude, some of the shit I have seen outside of this
when it's
window, bro.
drops of liquid water that is this big
I've
falling
sent-
out of the sky.
I've sent videos to Johan of rain going like this.
Dude, I sent to my mother, and my porch is like water.
Underneath the water. Yeah. Like his like whole
Your fucking
parking
roof.
area. Yeah,
Oh,
show
dude,
us.
Your roof got
His
Your
parking
got
area got
fucked
like
up.
collapsed
It
by
got
the amount of
rained
water.
so much that it fucking caved in.
Man, the lighting out there makes me want to go and show you friends again. Soon, Mel's coming to America during rain and thunderstorm seasons here. April showers. May flowers. That's all.
yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be there for April showers and May flowers, dude. I have, and I still think it's ridiculous, Connor. Please, look at that. So, that's what the roof looks like.
Yup. Like, look at
It
this.
caught some water, and then it was like, how about I fold?
Yep. But how about I
I
don't
choose
look
to
at what it did to the concrete.
Yeah, were any cars under there?
No, unfortunately.
Yo, that was
Like,
so
if he was
lucky,
there that
bro.
weekend, the
And my
car would
car
have
would have
gotten
been under
wrecked.
there, yeah.
Johan, you
Dude,
are
It
so
was the
lucky,
funniest thing.
dude.
I get home and I'm like, oh, my roof is fucking collapsed. I knew it had like water problems where like we've caught it like being sagging this much from water, so we
And
knew it
rust.
needed to be fixed. And so we were like, oh, so I knew something happened to it and had been raining. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Nobody called me or told me about it, so it's chilled. Went on with my day, smoked the joy. And Rachel, I'm like, okay, cool. Call my dad. I'm like, yo, dad, you know about the roof that fell? He's like, the what? I'm like, yeah, the sends pictures. Yeah, the roof collapsed. He's like, oh, nice. That's interesting. And so it happened the same night that we had that thunderstorm at the festival.
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
So like we were at the festival away from home. He was and we used his car, right? He could have been like, no, we're gonna use Christian's car. Nope, used his car, and then synchronistically didn't get our stuff right. And weirdly enough, probably while that was happening, right? It could have been, you know, a few hours, but at most a few hours off. He was talking about the power of water.
Yeah, I was talking
during
about
our
how
trip.
like the Grand Canyon would like gets wrecked by water alone, and then my fucking roof collapses.
An actual roof collapse. What a trip that was.
Dude, you that is so fucking lucky. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
We're being
It
taken
chose
care
the
of.
perfect
Dude,
time.
There
for
was
your
a stage
fucking
at one
cars not to be
point where
there.
2 cruisers sat under that roof.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
could have been, I could have been an
Oh.
easy like $300,000 gone, dude, when that roof collapsed.
That's. Do you think that
So-
people in the
I
government
think I
are
should
really
must-
disappointed in these instances? Because that's the thing too. That's probably not a thing. My guys are still gonna run. Please
Yeah.
do, Duck Dad. Love you. You got
Car
your
insurance. Thank God for car insurance.
Dude, thank fuck for insurance. dude.
insurance in general.
Insurance here is super sick. I know you guys have a bit of a struggle sometimes. So insurance here is like
Our insurance is pretty good.
our insurance is sick. It's real good.
Because people don't. I don't think at least they're too scared maybe to try and take advantage of it.
Yo, dude, I also have our insurance just is like, dude, it's so chill. Do you want to claim something? You don't claim often.
Bruh, my dad claimed so much.
Oh, really?
Bruh, oh, he was insane. Oh, like he would just have
I'm
like
not
shit,
surprised.
shit happen to him. Of course you're not. He would just have shit happen to his car, bro. My dad is like a little bit of a klutz sometimes. Oh, yes. The way his body looks like right now, bruh, he drove that thing through what looks like cirkelbos hemel. Oh. Like literally like thick, long white scratches. I'm like, Dad. What happened here?
Yeah, why?
He
Why
was
would
like,
you-
we need to get somewhere.
That's fucking hilarious.
we needed to get.
I adore long streams, and I adore you streaming long with me, friends.
It is long.
Like this is, I think, one of the longer ones in the books. I love you too, friend. I'm here to bicker anytime. Ignorance as it finest. We're here for you, friends. All of you in the same moment, right? Like that's the thing that trips me out as well. Is that every single human being in existence right now, everything in existence right now, is right now. Right? All your friends, all your family members.
It's all clustered and condensed into the now.
Into the now. Right? I know it can be intimidating, but take solace in that we're all here with you. Always. Always. We're no more than a thought away in that.
Always.
Always. You can never Sorry, I mean Connor, I have no idea what I type, Isaac. It's okay. Thank you, friends. Let's pull a card. Let's pull a card, Johan. I want you to tell me when to stop.
Yeah.
Gonna see what card the sacred geometry wants to say. I'm only for the first time noticing what my hand looks like. What the hell? Thank you. Green. I mean, there's green, but it's like a aura.
Yeah.
Like there's a green aura to the diamond mandala.
Time one.
Look, there's definitely greens, but it like goes like yellow, and then green, and then darker green, and then blues, and then a nice purple ring. Energy coming in from the top.
Purple rain.
Spirals.
Do you think that's what they meant by in the song? Was actually like lightning that's purple going through the sky?
No, it's probably they were probably talking about lean or something.
Man.
I don't know
I
though.
have no idea.
No imagination.
I have no imagination. Green, yay card, orange. Joy V.
So,
I feel you like there's definitely orange in it as well. The spirally bit.
You cannot show the bottom people dick.
The bottom.
Sorry. The bottom.
You're officially bottom.
Oh, come on, it's easy to identify this.
Oh, goodness.
One's above the other one.
Yeah, welcome
all
you now,
bottoms.
friends. Officially the bottom people. I went with it for the second thought again.
Yo,
I went, yeah, dude. The rain is like literally hitting the door.
hitting the door.
Yeah.
Dude.
Itching.
Bro,
Can
my
be ecstasy.
freaking towel
It
is
can.
still in the
Scratching
tree.
something. It does, bro. It's in it. That thing is like fused to that tree.
If this wind is
I'm
not
sure.
blowing that towel out,
Bro, the trees get like whipped around. That towel is like.
it's over, bro. This tree's
Uncomfortable.
practically like
So
parallel to the ground.
we
right
hanged
now.
up some towels to get dried, and the wind was like, "Nice, give me your towel," and it got stuck in the tree, like in a hook of a tree. So we've been trying to get it out.
I'm gonna walk out one morning and that tree's gonna be fucking fallen. I'm gonna feel like shit because I asked for it.
Trees fallen, and then the piece of towel is still like embedded in it. You try to pull
I
it.
tried to pull it out. It's
Doesn't-
like Arthur's sword.
Yeah, dude, it's stuck exactly.
What the fuck?
No, you're right. Scratching is the ecstasy.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
definitely.
I feel up to a point, right? And I think that's the crazy thing about a scratch is you can like for instance rubbing your eyes. That's like kind of like a scratch. But if you do that for 10 minutes ceaselessly every day, you're going to do damage to yourself. So it's okay to scratch an itch, but don't harm yourself in doing so. My mom does that actually. She scratches herself in her sleep when she has like mosquito bites.
And then it bleeds.
And it literally she like the skin
I've
herself
had
in the
that.
morning. Yeah.
You did that too.
So and
Yo.
we can scratch ourselves
Remember
unconsciously.
Mozambique?
Right. I wonder if we can harness only the good feelings. I think we're trying to do
That's
exactly
exactly
that.
what this is.
Do you think that's just how dogs feel like all the time? I feel like that's what we try to feel like at least. Unpopular opinion, Q-tips can be ecstasy. It can,
Yeah.
like it depends as well, bro.
No, like the feeling of like
Oh,
Q-tips
getting something
inside
clean.
of you, yeah.
Yeah, also apparently not good for you, but you know, who am I to say? My mom has been
Did you?
Q-tipping my ears for my whole life.
So, can I tell you something that I heard the other day? I haven't fact checked it. Apparently, Q-tips weren't made for your ears. That
Yeah.
wasn't their like original purpose.
They were blood swabs, right?
Maybe, I have no idea what they were. I just found out that they weren't made for your ears.
Mm.
People were just like, oh, this goes in my ear and it
I
kind
can
of
put
cleans
this in my
wax.
ear
And
look
it
this way.
actually doesn't. It's real shit. All it does is stick wax deeper into your ear.
Hey, don't say
Yeah,
that.
That's what
it
it does.
does, dude. You're not supposed to clean your ears like that. What you do is the only part is it's expensive. That's like the way you're supposed to do it is every 3 years you go to like an ear
And
doctor
it sprays.
and they spray it out or they like
Saline,
take it out.
warm saline, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
so that's
salt water.
and then you leave your ears again. And then they make like wax again, and that's healthy. They make as much wax as your ears need to protect yourself. That's literally what the wax is for.
Like it's not there to be cleaned out. It's not like your nose running ceaselessly. It's like a protective barrier. Get it with fishing rod, and you get the stuck too. Bro, tryptophan. You need to get your mom some of those knit mittens that put on babies so they don't scratch themselves. She does it with her feet. I guess you can just wear like socks, I guess, you know. She doesn't do it that much. Occasionally she does. I take
With
lean,
her-
not to enjoyment, but for prosperity. I've never drank lean, you know.
Yeah, no, the same. I had the opportunity and I said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Drink what?
Yeah. Drink lean.
Lean?
Yeah.
I don't know lean was a thing though.
What's
Yeah.
that mean?
Lean is
Lean
a very
is-
popular drink with like especially the rapper community.
It's like a narcotic sounds bad, but it's like a
It's
down
a-
like a downer.
It's a narcotic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's codeine. It's it's a
Yeah,
cough syrup.
it's
basically.
yeah. So it like makes you feel good apparently, but it's not like a low energy. That's the one I'm looking for. Sorry, not a downer. But yeah, I said no because I didn't really want to.
You don't need it. Oh my gosh, you want? Yes, because of the Vegas nerve massage. Shouldn't you scare? You know, we friends know. I might take a break from the world. Hope to be back better soon, dear friends. Connor, show up for yourself. That the world is you. That the way you see the world is the way you see yourself. And if you can just be with that, it will be easier to be with the world as well. We love you. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Don't commit suicide.
Looks at him dead in the eyes.
I'll come for you.
I'll
I'll
find
find
you.
I'll find you. I'll drag you back, kicking and screaming, put you in a new body. Life you all over again.
I'm gonna keep going.
You cannot die, yo. Like it's impossible. You need to live. That's what you're here for.
You actually can't die.
You can-
Consciousness is immortal.
Yeah, it's literally.
Anyone else make the weirdest faces with it? Put no, please. My brain. I want to read this card.
The only way for consciousness to die is if you split it into smaller parts.
Bruh, and then even then,
And
it
then
doesn't
it's
die.
just small parts of a big.
It's just small parts of the same thing. I'm just from an absolutely trashy trailer park where peeps just be out there with their double cup and the kids double cup lean. I mean, fortunately, I feel we're drinking water, you know, like we're hydro homies above all else.
Frankly, I think we should have never strayed from the sippy cups. They were incredible.
Yo, dude, sippy cups. They can't mess when you do this, but you
It's
could-
so perfect
but
for
you could-
festivals and shit, dude.
Ew.
Like, why? Why did we stray from that?
Probably because the dummies, like it has that impression for you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Also, please read the card. This is involved.
Yeah. I'm tripping out. I'm like, what's actually happening right now?
No, it would be a douche move. if I ordered some food right now.
Oh.
Yo, dude, do you know how many times I've been so hungry in this weather and just been like, I can't. But then, on the other hand, what Keelan told me, and it made a lot of sense, is if they pick up your order, they're willing, or they have a car.
Yeah. They're
So-
making money right now.
That's their job. It's what they're choosing.
Maybe
to do.
just tip. Maybe just tip them. You know, we can roll them a joint. We can do it together. All three of us holding the paper. What? No, I'll roll him a
Make
joint.
a big.
Can barely hear you, Ambry. If you really want to hear me, like, and you're like, dude, I want to hear you so bad, you can find me on YouTube. If you search my username, Meltmore, you'll find me on YouTube. I'm streaming there as well. Technically, my main platform. I mean, it's just medicine. Everything's medicine in moderation, right?
Yeah.
Safety be to you tunes. Can that be our motto? We're not called. Our motto is love is true. Right? It's ambiguous, but it is clear. Let me up to speak. I need to rant to someone. Ambry, you need to let me up? What does that mean? Let me up. I don't know what
I
that
don't
means.
know what that means.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
up.
friend. I tried to let you up.
You know.
I'm
you
sorry
can
to let
do
you
it.
down.
You can
You're
do
doing
it.
well.
You're doing fantastic.
You're doing it.
That's it.
You're freaking doing it right now. Sipika, mess up your teeth over time. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Pulls your teeth forward. Primitive,
Yeah.
not defensive.
Oh my word, why does everything have to have something bad
It's
associated
the
with it?
same with dummies, dude. It's why some people have like super forward-facing teeth.
This sacred geometry card is like, please.
Please, dude.
I can see it in my mind's eye even, dude, but it's like three-dimensional and it's like spinning around itself and there's planets circling it as well, dude.
Fuck, that sounds sick.
It's pretty sick. Like, think about this, Holmes. Look at this.
Oh, that last Rick and Morty episode we watched, man. That was
Oh, we
The
can
sun.
talk about that now.
Yeah, we actually did. Love is true. Love is true is our motto because it is, right? That's that easy. Melty, please do a stream to show us the food you guys get in SA. I'm so curious as to what it looks like.
That'd be rad.
Yo.
Maybe buy some biltong.
Yo.
I mean, we don't have.
Sisters.
Yeah, okay, Cook Sisters is a big one. Fit Kuka,
Vet kuka.
What else is there?
Pannekuka as well.
Pannekuka. Oh yeah, our flapjacks. Because they don't have flapjacks like we have flapjacks. Our like their flapjacks is kind of like our
Blood cookies, but
pannekuka.
blood cookies.
Ja, daai dat is
Ja,
net seker so ja.
blood cookies.
Nou, hulle pannekuke
Mm.
is hulle flapjacks.
Yeah.
So ons ek weet nie wat hulle dit noem nie. So ek
They call, like, imagine if your flapjacks were smaller. We
and
call,
like thicker.
yeah, we call that plod cookies.
Yeah.
Like thin,
And
thin,
your-
small little pads of fluffy
And your,
bread.
yeah, and your flapjacks are our like pancakes.
Mhm.
Like we have different names for them, but they're the same kind of thing. Like what we could definitely just build on, Dragos. Do you guys? They probably eat pop.
Probably not. Like
Porridge.
we,
You guys know
we
what
do,
pop
we
is?
do
It's not
maize.
really porridge.
We do, it is a porridge.
It's like maize.
So, like,
Maize.
you basically grind maize together and then you add hot water to it.
Yeah, and then you throw the maize in there and you leave it and you cook it for like
Add some
45
salt.
minutes.
Add
You add some
some
salt.
Yeah.
I'm very curious actually. Please
and,
go
and
like
you can
look
cook
up
it to
pop.
like different consistencies where it's like basically runny. You can eat it with milk
you can
and
make it,
sugar,
like,
or you can
cold.
make it like literally like a solid mass that you can like break
I
pieces
want like a
off of.
traditional eating method here, and I fucking love doing it. I haven't done it in years. I used to do it with like my nanny. Is basically they take pop, put it in a bowl, and then they have like meat,
Mm.
and then you take the pop with your hands and you like grab the meat, and then you get like a little burrito and you eat that.
And,
Oh.
and in that form factor, it's almost like imagine a mazy, sticky, and at the same time, like bland, salty.
Yo, to try to explain.
Like, how do you
pop.
explain pop,
I'm
dude?
gonna show a picture.
Please. I'm gonna read this card. I didn't hear you. I'm saying I love you! I love you! I hope that came through. I'm sorry. That's the one thing that needs to be heard. Okay! I'm gonna read the card.
Yeah.
My
Are you
brain
still on
is.
this card?
I'm
Yeah.
still. I haven't, dude. It's been 20 minutes. So
That's
we call that
amazing.
grits. That's calling. Oh, it may be grits. Yeah, I think they have grits. So, but you eat grits usually
Oh.
pretty liquidy, right? Whereas like you use a spoon to scoop it. Where pop you can literally build a tower with it
Yeah,
if you
like
wanted
I show
to.
you. Like you get pop.
That's krummel pop.
That's krumel pop.
So
It's
you
like,
make it so dry it becomes crumbs.
Yeah. Wait. I wonder if I can
It's
like.
gonna be a distance,
There you go.
and then
cool.
your face is pulling focus.
There you go.
There we go.
And then I can show you another one. And then like that, or you get like. This is so weird showing people food.
You asked with this Maxine
You guys
manifest.
do, but like you can do this with it.
Yeah.
And so like it's really sticky.
So that is like literally you take a spoon and you can like scoop it out and it stays in that
Uh-huh.
form factor, and then you can pull pieces off of it and it will be like a sticky mass in your hand.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Ooh.
Yo.
What's evil about that though? Things
Yo,
like
you're
there's a lot of
so
sticky things
good.
like a curve constantly twisting to hold your hand, flapjacks.
Yo, I wonder if they do like
I
sheba.
would love to cook for you gentlemen one day. Sheb probably not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean it's like
It's just like tomato.
yeah,
Like,
tomato bits, onion, like as a I mean I guess they have that, but it's like almost like a sauce.
Yeah.
I have to make Amara's amazing carrot cake, oat flour pancakes. We love them.
That sounds nice.
Till she got tired of them. Tired of them, or that she needs more syrup.
Yeah.
I heard like Shannon was basically doing yoga, and I just hear Amara screaming. And Shannon is like, no, you can't have more syrup. You can't have more syrup. You've gotten enough syrup. Card number 17.
Please go read.
17. How about that? More synchronicities, other dimensions.
I like the number 17.
Me
It
too, and
always
we-
seemed like
we-
such a
like-
lucky number.
We had like 17 friends watching and 7 up dudes, and I was like, 17-7.
I like the synchronicities in that. That's pretty sick.
I love this stuff, dude. Like, I really do. I feel like the universe is ceasing
What do you
to
think
speak
your
to
lucky
me.
number is?
My lucky number is 44. Oh.
Ah, I see.
Mine's
Okay, classic.
22.
And 44, when you fold the other 4 onto itself, it becomes a Dega symbol, Christian. Yeah, oh, trips. Trips on trips on trips, dude. Give me that. Yeah, it really is good. I think you'd like it, actually. I bet the Shanner Kitchen is a freaking food art studio. It really is. She's vegan as well, you know. She takes care of
Do you
herself.
like that plasma lighter? That was a
Carrot
gift
cake,
from
oat
Joy
flour
V
cake
to
sounds
Esteban.
pretty amazing. It really does. It was a gift from Joy V. She
But
sent me
it's,
edibles, these rolling papers
I would use
as
it all
well.
the time if I had a stove as well.
What I'm getting is I'm gonna get myself hemp rope, homie, and then I'm going to light the hemp rope with that, and then use the hemp rope as a lighting medium. All right, my email is screaming bloody murder for me to look at it. I love y'all. Today was wild and wonderful. I love you all. Appreciate the beings you touched today. May peace fall into your lap. Thank you for bringing peace into mine, your friend. She didn't eat them with syrup, just a little butter. It was wonderful and probably the healthiest thing that she ate. I think so as well. And she was like, give me the syrup. Give me the syrup. Shan, I bet your skin is glowing like a freaking goddess being a vegan. It is. I mean, like we heard from Brother Isaac as well that her skin is good. I would like to be vegan, but
Never.
I'm like, from a conceptual level, I would like to be vegan.
Yeah, but my body doesn't.
But
It's not how it
I
works.
eat too much food.
Yeah.
Like,
It's too little, dude. My body would not survive. And I've been eating, dude. I realized that all I've been doing is I've stopped myself from eating.
Mm.
If I want to eat, I could just
you can just eat it.
eat,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, channel that energy, dude. Good.
Yo.
I saw this, and I showed Christian as well. Like this dude that looked like crazy similar to you, you
Mm.
know, on a journey. And I was like, this is Johan in like 6 years
Oh,
from now.
the same guy that had like the Pokemon stuff that was dancing, and you were
Mm.
like,
I don't think so.
No.
No. Oh, you mean the guy like at the side?
Almost
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah,
The
that
only
was
animal
rad.
food I eat is
I did see
yogurt,
him
and it's good for your
doing it as well.
microbiome.
okay. I just
You're
wondered
doing
if it was
well.
that guy.
Get that microbiome stuff. Okay, friends.
Please
Okay,
read
okay,
it, read
okay.
it, read it.
Please.
I'm enjoying this. No,
Please.
I kind of want to keep going.
Mercy, universe.
I want to talk more though, Estian. I have so much to say.
Speak.
Start reading, dude.
Start doing a stream of your own. How about that? I've been encouraging him.
This
to.
one is really resonating with me.
Me too.
I feel like there are vibrations in the air.
You
that
know
make
what?
me
You know what the stream topic is again?
synchronize my mental waves to a point where like I want to reciprocate everything that's happening.
And I appreciate that because that's what friendship is. That's what being a good friend is, homie. So that's what we're showing up for in today's stream. So I'm not surprised. Exactly, Mel. You know, you're totally encouraging you guys to just chat. We love you all. We love you too. I'm like tripping out about this fractal that is awaiting us. So I'm gonna fall into it. It's other dimensions. Like I feel like we were keep being pulled back to this dimension. You hate me, Joy? I hope not. I think not. Probably not. Christian, do a poetry stream. There you go. Oh, get schooled.
Never.
Get schooled, dude. You do a poetry stream for your Patreons.
Never.
How about that, though? Okay, whirling out from the womb of the cosmos. Energy. Dude, I'm tripping out. This is the acid, dude. This is the acid speaking us from the past, though. Like, we were just like, the whole intention we set for our acid trip that absolutely blasted our brains was energy. Energy is the most basic stuff of creation. Every quark and molecule of humankind and of the entire multiverse consists of tiny packs of energy and light. The spirit of the light body is spoken of in some ancient philosophies as the diamond soul and is believed to be the eventual course of human evolution as a whole. It is multidimensional and holographic and could be pictured as your interdimensional passport. We were talking about the whole visa process as well today, dude. Who needs a passport to America when I got the interdimensional passport? Meditate. Travel with this image to other dimensions and envision bringing forth your pure diamond light. This essence is the brilliant core of you that shines in love, compassion, fulfillment, and joy. The diamond soul is within you. As you bring it forward, it will put you on a path illuminated by your own inner radiance. Employ this card to journey to a dimension so brilliant that your heart bursts open in rapture. Sit in this bliss and soak up the light. Sit with your brilliance as long as you are able, and then slowly, consciously, return to your physical body in the here and now. When you return from this meditation, you may need some time to integrate the light that you now contain. Ask to assimilate this energy in a holistic manner so that you may make use of it in the highest and best manner possible. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for being good friends, for being such good friends.
Oh, suck.
Okay, bye.
This is the card that randomly wanted to be seen. You do not suck. You
Yeah,
are
you are
the lesson.
amazing.
Look at the angel. This is Johan being the angel, being like, you suck, while holding up the infinity to your face. Be like, are you gonna fall for it? Are you gonna be like schmirky?
So very suck.
So, Susanna, I adore ASMR. Have you tried Reiki ASMR? I've never heard about that actually. Making sound. Can I see it, ASMR? Please, Johan, show us. Like,
ASMR.
yeah, she wants to see you hitting that tweezer.
It will like.
It was driving me insane while I was reading the card. I choose to say nothing.
It's just a like pokey thing doing vibrating. It's fun. It's like really. I wish I could give you like a better satisfaction, but it with the
Every single time you
vibration-
did that, it was an explosion in my head. like think about it, an explosion, and I was like, but I'm like,
I was like, this is so. Do you know how much this is entertaining me, dude? Because it's while you're talking about the energy, I'm like,
Yeah, making energy.
vibration.
Yeah, I
like
can
I can
see
feel
it.
it all the way down
Exactly.
into my elbow.
That's
dude.
why, and I knew that was what you were doing, so I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want to take that away from you.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I had to say something because someone asked, though, because it was like the fractal got continued. No,
I can't
will-
believe they can hear it. Like, is it?
The microphones are good,
Yeah, but
actually.
they can't hear Estian.
Yeah. Love you, Christian. Love you, Johan. Love you, Melty. Thank you for holding the space
Love
for so
you
long
too.
today. Thank you for holding the space with us.
Mahalo.
Good friends. I love you.
Goodbye.
I appreciate you.
Goodbye.
And I'll see you
Goodbye.
again soon. Goodbye, everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Picturing that vibe from like inside John.